show started. The show started. The show started. Woohoo.
Sometimes I need a good reason to get out of bed. Got sleep in my eyes, clouds in my head. I need a shot of something to make my motor go. Yes, I do. So I turn on the Klein and Alley show.
Who?
Give me some Klein and Alley show.
Oh, this is not going to be good.
Give me some Klein and Alley show.
She's a bitch.
Get your motor running with the Klein and Alley show.
Okay.
I said, get your motor running with the Klein and Alley show.
What's a second
We are live in Los Angeles. 3, 2, 1. And here we go.
Klein Alley Show. 106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Oh, man, that is aggressive. Vanessa leaving calls on the goat line over the weekend. A lot of people yelling, what's a succulent these days? Good morning.
Even when you walk by a succulent now, it's like the sound just plays in your head.
What's a succulent?
I DJ'd a wedding and there was a bunch of fans at the show there, and they kept screaming that, "What's a succulent?" at me. I was like, damn.
Oh, yeah, just be careful. Well, there you have it. She's the woman of many, many lines. Who knew how inspirational and impactful she would be? Vanessa, when she's drunk, oh, you better believe she will scream. All right, relax. Aggressive way to start the show. Good morning. Welcome to your Monday. Welcome to Klein and Alley Show KROQ. Lots going on today. Ticket blowout can officially begin. And we will give you tickets, My Camp Dodger Stadium and Offspring coming up. And then all day long, you'll be winning access into all sorts of different shows happening in Southern California. How was your Father's Day weekend? Did you do what you wanted to do? Did it go the exact opposite way? Omar, you were working all weekend?
No, I just worked on Friday, and then I took care of the kids on Saturday, played some softball, hung up by the pool, took them to this like Food City Market while my wife went to a protest, and it was a good Saturday, good weekend overall. Yeah.
So Allie posted a beautiful picture of the sperm tank that gave her son right now.
Best dad ever.
Best dad ever post. Although you didn't even take the tank out; it was still in the box.
You're not allowed to take it out. I would have taken it out.
Really?
Yeah, you have to. They're like, don't touch it.
Oh, because it's so cold?
Yeah, and because if you tamper, you shouldn't tamper.
Oh,
don't tamper with sperm, especially there's a tiny little vial in there, but it's covered in this big giant tank, and then it's got foam all inside of it, and they say do not touch it, and they potentially won't even use it if you touch it.
I didn't realize that. So that taints the sperm.
That tank, yeah.
Well, anyway.
It's a tank inside of a box, but that's my kid's dad right there.
We're all playing for second place because Allie's tank won Father's Day yet again.
Hey, he never did anything wrong.
That's right. Always there, just sitting right there in the box.
All he did was create life, and boom.
Easy.
That's all I asked him to do,
drama.
and that's all he did.
Right.
Never disappointed.
Allie throws a spatula at him and says, let's go make a burger, Pops. Just sits there. We'll get into the complete show we have in store for you. It'll be a decent one. Let's kick it off with some AFI, and then we will get into why my Father's Day was an epic fail. Yay, it's KROQ. KROQ. We are Klein Alley Show on a Monday morning. Lots to get into today, including the first round ever of a new season, a new year of Gunshot or Firework. Even more difficult to play than ever before because of all of the protests that are going on. And you're hearing now fireworks for a variety of reasons.
Yeah.
Shohei's hitting home runs again.
People are lighting them off at protests.
Vanessa claims she couldn't sleep last night. She was trying to pass out 10:30 Long Beach. She said unbelievable fireworks. She believes fireworks show.
Yeah, but it's hard to tell the difference.
We've got an expert who will be joining us later to break down the difference and how you can tell the difference between everyone's favorite game to play with their neighborhood this time of year, Gunshot or Firework. Father's Day for many people is a great opportunity to get together and have your children basically tell you how amazing you are and give you stuff. Right? Well, isn't that what the day's about?
Yeah, but I think for a lot of dads, it's like, how much meat can we give this man
meat.
in one day?
It's a good day to celebrate all of the stereotypical dad things.
Golf and meat.
Meat and golf.
And then back to meat.
And then maybe a nap, if you can squeeze that in. A random, morning beer, a beer before noon. I actually originally thought Father's Day was going to be the day I was going to cross off drunk before noon on my bucket list. Because all I really wanted to do, my plan was the next time I go golfing, I'm going to just get hammered early so that I can cross that off the list that I've gotten drunk before noon.
I never have understood how people can do that.
What, get hammered on a golf course?
Yes.
Oh, it's very easy. They bring
it's
hit
great.
The ball.
It's one of the best things.
The best.
Oh, that smoking a cigar.
It's like holes 1 through 3. You're like, all right, and then 4 on. You're like,
I think it's the only time I really hammer down Bloody Marys. By the way, on the golf course.
He's right. That's where they taste the best, and and also they'll come out and they make it so easy to make it a triple. Like all of a sudden you'll be like, I just want a Bloody Mary. Like, I can make it a triple for another $4. You're like, all right, let's triple it up.
So what was your plan?
Well, I just said, look, my wife said, what do you want to do on Father's Day? And I said, so nice of you to ask. I just want to sleep in and then play golf. And other than that, I don't really care. That'll take up most of the day. So
no sex?
I said, sex would be nice, but also, I'll take it or leave it. I would rather sleep in, I think. I don't really woken up for sex, I'll put it that way. I prioritized. And she goes, so the two things you want to do on Father's Day involve spending zero time with your children. And I said,
she can't criticize what you want to do with your day. That's your day. It's your choice.
Right. And
you wouldn't have done that to her if she had said, all I want to do is sleep in and get a massage.
She was just clarifying that. And I said, yeah, well, I think the other 300 and whatever days there are in the year, who knows? I said I spent a lot of time with them. So, yeah, it'd be nice to have
you time.
One thing I don't do is ever sleep in. And then I rarely ever get to play golf because it's a 6-hour commitment or whatever to go out there. So those are two things I'd like to do. So my day starts with, at about 5 in the morning, I hear, shh, he's trying to sleep.
Oh, no.
Just let him sleep. Just shh. And then
footsteps going back and forth.
And then that kind of goes away. And then I start hearing obviously they're downstairs in the kitchen trying to make some sort of a breakfast for me. But it's just like smash, 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 smash. Crap, 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 crap. Do you think he hears us? No, he can't hear this. Quiet. He doesn't even like that. Just make it. Da da da. You eat that cereal. That's not his cereal. It's my cereal. This is going on and I look over. I'm like, all right, now it's 6:15. This is what I'm hearing.
No.
I'm like, but it's adorable. But still, I'm super annoyed by it.
Yeah. You don't have earplugs or anything?
No, nothing.
Oh.
And then I hear, the up and down, the running up and down. Is it time yet? It's still too early. Don't wake him up. That's pretty much all. But then finally, I just text my wife. It's like at this point, 6:45. I'm like, I've been up for a while. Let's just get the show on the road.
You haven't learned to, because I think eventually you selectively learn to sleep through certain things. I tried to.
It was so aggressive. The shh, don't make noise is so much louder than the actual making of the noise.
Yeah.
So I come down there and they go, hey, Dad, we let you sleep in. I go, you did? Yeah, great, thank you. And then they go, we've prepared a breakfast. Now the kids decide they want to make breakfast. They can't make breakfast. They're 6.
Yeah.
So it was
but it's the thought that counts.
No, it's not the thought that counts. You know what counts? Steak and eggs. That counts. And they didn't make steak and eggs.
What did they make? Cereal?
They poured cereal on a plate, and then they cut up a fruit roll-up and put that on the plate, and then they had random leftover sushi from the other night that was on the plate. And they go, here you go. We made it. And I go, that's adorable.
Well, they're also thinking of how you think with food, which is probably an accurate hodgepodge of food.
They know I don't like throwing stuff out, so if it's in the fridge, we're eating it. So that becomes the breakfast, which is not really my breakfast of choice, a cut-up fruit roll-up and leftover sushi.
Sounds like a lot of indigestion.
But I go, and then, of course, they want me to eat it because they made it. So that's the days. In my head, I go, I really thought I'd be waking up around 10:30.
Whoa, that's late.
Cruising right into a nice breakfast burrito, and then over to the golf course. So that didn't happen. And then I said, what does the day look like? And they said, Dad, do you remember when you helped us make a lemonade stand one time? And I said, yeah. They go, well, that's what we're going to do again.
Oh, no.
And I said, you mean like you'll be doing that while I'm golfing?
Yeah, that's a great idea.
And they
For
said,
that, they can sit by the lemonade stand all
You're
day.
the only guy that knows how to carry the table and put it on the sidewalk. And I said, that's not really much of a skill, but okay. And they go, yeah, but that would be the most fun for us. And I'm like, the day shifted somehow.
That was their plan?
So that was the plan. So
How is your wife approving of this?
Well,
when that's
listen,
you were very clear with what you wanted.
She said the kids decided that they really want you around.
What is going on?
Why
is my wife the one who's doing the Jedi mind tricks?
So
this is what your wife is doing to you.
She said to me, she's like, she goes, I waited too long, couldn't find any golf. There was no tee times available. And she knows I don't like playing with a bunch of strangers anyway. So she goes, you get a IOU for a round of golf.
Oh, that's a bunch of BS.
I know. I said,
that's around the office. They go, leave at 11, and if you can't find an alternate day to take off time, no way, that's never going to happen.
I said, I'm going to add this IOU golf to the stack of coupons for free BJs you give me for every Valentine's Day.
And spoiler alert, any day that you pick is going to be an inconvenient day.
So I got an IOU for a future round of whatever that is, and then that was pretty much the day. And then they ran a lemonade stand.
You should have at least hit balls in the backyard and gotten drunk.
I made $11 on the lemonade stand, so everyone got a win.
Because everyone felt bad for the dad that had to spend the day at a lemonade stand.
Yeah, I think some people just gave money and they didn't even stop to get lemonade.
You sad father.
I told the girls, I'm like, listen, here's the deal. You can do a lemonade stand, but the deal is any dad gets free lemonade. Don't charge the dads. Give the dads free lemonade.
So how do you know which ones are dads and which ones aren't?
And they did not do a good job of vetting the process. And about an hour into the lemonade stand, I said, how much? They've already been through like 4 pitchers of lemonade. I go, how much money have you made? They go, no money. You told us everything's free. I said, it didn't say everything's free. I said, the dads get the free lemonade. And they were going to, I said to them, let's also donate the money to, we're going to do it to one of the, causes that LA Taco told us to get behind, one of the immigration. But at the end of the whole thing, I think they raised, it was a total of $11. And I was like, I feel so bad being like, we're going to now give $11
to this organization.
To this organization.
Helping people.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I was deep into the lemonade stand for well over $70.
So your favorite thing on Father's Day is losing money.
Losing money. Yeah. That's what we do year round. We take a quick break. We give you money next, $100 of Allie's. If you want it, call now. Win that money after this. 5 questions about the news. Were you paying attention at all? We pay the people with Allie's cash after this.
Ladies and gentlemen,
KROQ.
No down payment, no monthly fees, just questionable decisions and a whole lot of wristbands on a KROQ summer ticket blowout. Listen every hour from 9 to 6 to win your way into the hottest KROQ shows, including
Now it's a holiday.
Turnstile at Exposition Park, October 4th. Lord at the Kia Forum, October 18th.
Never be
Bleachers at Great Park Live, October 25th. Heim at the Kia Forum, October 9th. Back with the Pacific Symphony at the OC Fair, July 30th. And more. A different show every hour on a KROQ summer ticket blowout, courtesy of Golden Voice.
Hey, this is Beck. Keep it on KROQ to win.
Did you
In the studio right now, you got Allie, as always. You got me, and then you got the couple of children that are. I thought that was Vanessa for a second, but that's my own daughter. These are my 2 girls. They're in the studio now on the live stream as well. Hi, good morning, girls.
Hi.
You were
Back by popular demand.
Yeah, you were such a big hit the last time you were here during spring break that we decided your first day of summer vacation should be spent right back here at KROQ to make me look like a fool for Father's Day. Are you excited?
Tell that one kid to sit up.
Sit up, one kid.
Who is that guy?
That's Omar.
That's the one you hate because he has the song Klein's Kids Hate Him.
And that makes her cry.
That's a stupid guy.
Yeah.
No, the song good.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean anything by it.
Because my dad's sometimes annoying.
Thank you. All right, great. Wonderful.
Make a new intro, Omar.
This is a great,
Sometimes annoying.
this is a great start to the game. Now, Allie has cooked up a game, girls, and if we work together and we prove to everyone listening that I actually know my children, we could win something amazing, something Dad really wants, okay? Do you see that giant TV over there?
Yeah, it's too big. I don't like TVs. other stuff.
Okay, great.
There you go.
Wonderful.
See, that's why it
Make
works.
it so you don't get it.
All right.
Banana boo-boo.
All right.
All right.
So does it help, girls, that this is a 98-inch
Shut up,
QE
Omar.
mini LED TV,
Omar.
a
You're
QM6?
so not going to get this TV.
Listen to me, girls. Do not sabotage this
They're gonna
chance for
throw the
Daddy.
game.
Do not
The thing
throw
is,
the game.
guys-
Do not throw the game.
Klein.
No, it's not funny.
You all, Klein family, you all have to work together as a family to earn this TV.
Come on,
In
please.
round 1, I am going to ask Klein questions about his daughters to see how well he knows them. In round 2, I will ask you girls questions about your dad to see how many you guys can get right about each other. If you win the game, you win the TV or any other potential prize that we may
No,
agree
we don't
on.
want any other prize.
But you have
Don't
to
let-
agree.
Girls,
I want another fry.
stop it. You
I don't
want-
even know what it is.
Just take the giant TV.
Okay, all right.
Santa, do you want a giant TV with Daddy?
Only if,
Come on,
Only
yes.
if
Just yes. Just say yes. Okay, here we go. Allie.
no.
All right.
All right, so I'm going to ask you a question,
I
Klein.
want to point out my kids are. Oh, thank you. My kids are all jacked up with sugar right now. Apparently, Postmaster Johnny has been giving them. They've been giving him bowls full of hot chocolate back there all morning. So
yikes.
she spilled all over her Laker jersey. It's a giant mess.
Well, between Johnny and Vanessa back there, I think it's just that everyone's on the same diet.
They're all
It's like-
eating. It's just sugar and hot chocolate in there.
and chicken fingers.
It's like
and
the
donuts.
movie Elf in the back room. All right, whatever you're ready. All right,
You're Elf, you're Fuzzle.
all right, calm down. Wait.
Hilarious.
You're Fuzzle.
All right, I don't think we can say that on the
You're a
radio.
fuzzle? What's that?
I don't know. Don't worry about it. Guys,
All right, that's your
listen
first
to-
question.
listen-
What is a fuzzle? Write down your answer.
Listen to
Klein.
Allie. My
Okay.
kid's in the studio now. Father's Day's on Sunday. I'm going to prove I know my kids. Girls, here we go. It's time
right.
for us to win.
All right. Your first question, Klein, for your kids, what is their favorite food? Now, girls,
All right.
don't say anything
Hold on.
yet.
Hold
and
on.
Klein, write down your answer.
Hold on. Wait, they have separate favorite.
Yeah, and-
all right, hold on. Say it again. Don't answer yet, girls.
What is their favorite food?
This
This
w-
should be pretty simple because you're the one mainly feeding them every single day, and I'm sure if they have a favorite food, they've made it very well known.
Okay.
And so, are you writing it down?
I'm writing it down. But listen, girls, don't try to be funny here. I need a real answer.
Okay, I'll do peanut.
Stop. Last warning.
That's a highly problematic favorite food.
If you say it again, Sienna, you're also not on your microphone like we told you. If you say it again, you're gonna have to leave the studio. I'm not playing games
Wow,
anymore.
what a punishment. All right, girls. We'll start with you, Olivia. What is your favorite food?
Answer it honestly. Or else you can't win a
I know
prize
you're
either.
thinking about throwing the whole thing out
Do
the
not
window.
throw the game. What is your favorite food?
Cucumber rolls.
That's not.
All right, Sienna, what's your favorite food?
Never had that. She's never had that. Sienna,
Go ahead, Sienna.
what is your real favorite food?
Mine?
Yeah, go ahead.
Pasta.
Okay. All right, turn your answer over, Klein.
I wrote mac and cheese and chicken.
Chicken?
Well, chicken.
What kind of a favorite food is chicken?
I like cucumber rolls.
Now they're crying.
All right, fine.
Okay.
So that one was
question
that
number
was a,
two.
that,
I thought that was an easy one.
that was a practice question, I thought.
No, there's no practice questions.
Oh.
That would take way too long.
Sienna, don't cry. Sienna, the game just started.
All right.
I was kidding. Daddy was being funny. All right.
Question number 2. What is the name of their best friends?
They're best friends. One each,
Yeah,
I'm going to write?
One each.
All
If they
right.
have the same best friend, then go ahead and write that down. But, you know, if you're dropping them off at play dates and they have birthday parties and all kinds of things, you should probably know who their friend circle is, especially their best friend.
Who's that one with the snot? Hold on. I'm gonna write. Don't help me. I know.
Are you trying to give him hints, Sienna?
Hold
That's
on, we
nice
gotta
of
win
you.
this TV. All right, Olivia's gonna say something different to try to throw the game. I can already tell.
So now you're trying to guess what
I'm gonna
she's going to
figure
guess?
out- yeah, I'm gonna
I think
figure
she's
out-
going to say cucumber roll again.
I think she's going to say Bo Jackson.
I'm gonna write Bo Jackson down. All right, I got to guess
All right.
now. All right, do I know my kid's best friend? I think I do.
All right,
ask-
Olivia, who is your best friend? Give me a name.
My best friend is Olivia D.
I didn't write that, but
Wait, your best friend is another girl named Olivia?
they're all Olivia's. That's the only names they have
All
these
right,
days.
Sienna, who is your best friend?
Luca.
I wrote down that one. I got one
Okay.
right. See, I got Luca right, and I wrote Dylan as your best friend. She's not your best friend, Dylan?
No, she's my friend, but she's not my best friend.
Oh, my
damn.
God.
All right, I'll give you a half a point on that.
Jesus.
You did get Luca. And then
How-
the final question.
How close are we to getting the TV?
Well, you only have half a point. So.
Oh, man. Girls, we got to work together here. It's Father's
And
Day.
I wasn't even going to give you the point for mac and cheese because she said pasta as her favorite food. But
It's
here's
because of that song. She wanted us to play the Penis Pasta song that she sang.
Goddamn, that's a good
It's
tune.
a great song.
No,
All right.
sing it. Do it.
all right, girls. And then finally,
don't have it.
what do your girls want to be when they grow up? This was also a part of Sienna's graduation
Okay,
from kindergarten.
Yep,
She said what she wanted to be when she
Okay.
grew up. I'm sure that if you talk to your kids on any regular basis, you would know this. And
All right. I got it.
the unfortunate thing is that Klein has to write these down, and I can't read anything that
I know.
he's writing.
I'm ready. I got them both.
All
now.
right, girls. Olivia, what do you want to be when you grow up?
Say it. Say what you want to be for real. No jokes.
That's you saying that. No jokes.
I know, no jokes.
Can you say
What
what
an
you
authoritarian.
what you want to be?
I want to be.
Say into the microphone. If I don't get this TV, girls, it's not going to be a good summer.
Sephora worker.
Oh, that's great. Okay, and then Sienna, what do you want to be when you grow up?
A basketball player.
Okay. I wrote down she wants to be a basketball NBA player. She wants to be the NBA, not the WNBA.
I said I want to be a
Did you just write
Sephora
Starbucks
worker.
whore?
I wrote Starbucks worker. I thought you wanted to be a Starbucks
Well,
worker.
you spelled worker wrong, first of all.
I got yours right, Sienna. So now she's crying.
She's crying again. All right, that was
Here, this will make her happy.
All right. Yeah, that was a total of 1 point out of 3. You're not doing well.
So
Let's go to-
Hold on, we got to play a song, and then we'll get to the second round.
She doesn't even like us. You're doing cucumber rolls. She doesn't like that.
Oh, you're literally making her kids cry.
I'm not making them cry.
Now you want to hate you.
Okay.
Whoa.
Damn.
I'm going to play that song?
Hold on.
No, I hate you. Play
Okay.
the song. Play the song.
We're going to play this song. When we come back, round 2, it's going to all turn around, girls. It's going to be a Father's Day miracle
Yeah.
next,
Play
KROQ.
penis pump.
Rock, we are Klein Alley Show. Welcome to $1 Million Mondays. As
No,
the
no,
text
no,
line
no.
has pointed out, Allie will still give away $100, but it just sounds better and bigger when we call it $1 Million Mondays.
Well, I'm glad it sounds better.
Sounds
but it's
better.
going to be exactly the same.
Just to make sure so that it's crystal clear, even though we're calling them $1 Million Mondays, you still have a chance to win $100. Oh, man, that does sound nice.
It does sound nice, but
Yeah,
I
hear
don't have
Jake
$1
sing
million
it.
to give you.
Well, it's $100, and if invested wisely over the course of the next couple thousand years, maybe that grows to $1 million.
Oh, yeah, put it in an IRA.
That is always fun and exciting.
Yeah.
$1 Million Monday starts now on KROQ. $100 of Allie's money is up for grabs. Everyone on the text line is now multiple exclamation point $1 Million Mondays are pouring through. I get it.
All right.
Let's say hi to Navy. Or is it Navi in South Bay? Good morning. Welcome to KROQ.
Hi, morning.
Good morning.
It's Navi from the South Bay.
All right, nice
Hi.
to meet you. We've got $100 of Allie's money up for grabs, but you still could be the first ever winner of $1 Million Mondays here at KROQ.
Not a thing.
Allie's going to leave the KROQ studios. I got 5 questions here about stuff happening in the news. A lot of news breaking over the weekend. Let's see how you do. If you score better than Allie, she instantly gives you $100 of her money. Your round of Allie Knows the News, the $1 Million Monday edition, starts right now.
Allie knows the news.
It's not L.A. for a change, but new research shows that this city has the longest average daily commute time of over 40 minutes each way. What city is now beating L.A. as the longest commute in the country? Navi?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know I had to answer. Let's go
Oh,
with
boy.
New York.
All right. Good guess right there for someone who didn't know she had to answer. How else would we keep score in the game, out of curiosity? You just think the answers?
I thought Allie goes first.
No, she's sequestered. She doesn't even hear these questions until you get a shot at it. Here we go. Question number 2. There's a new box office monster that brought in over $198 million globally over the weekend. Which movie now runs Hollywood? Which one is in charge?
Is it Elio?
All right, go to question number 3. A massive FDA recall of this cereal is underway because they are concerned that it may contain pieces of metal. What cereal is being recalled by the FDA?
Cheerios?
Go to question number 4. Shohei Ohtani will be doing this for the very first time today since becoming a Los Angeles Dodger and the first time in over 2 years of his career. What is it?
He'll be pitching.
And finally, question number 5. The Ocean Gate CEO claimed that he wanted to bring this KROQ band, and I think was talking to this KROQ band about bringing them in the Doom submersible, and that would have been a terrible tragedy, already a tragedy, but which KROQ band did he want to bring with him in the submersible?
I don't know. I'm going with Sum 41.
All right. It's an interesting guess. We'll bring Allie in. We'll score it together. Let's see how she does. You've got a chance to win $100 of her money. If you're playing along and would like to, someone send Allie in. If you're playing along and would like to battle out Allie tomorrow, once again, the $10,000 Tuesdays will be tomorrow morning, still playing for the same $100 cash. I'm being very clear. You're still only putting up $100 of your own money.
So we're just going to call it things that it's not?
Yeah, it sounds bigger.
Oh,
sounds bigger. Question, wouldn't you rather brag to a friend that you won $1 Million Mondays, Navi, even if it's only $100?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
See, definitely. Question number 1, Allie. It's not L.A. for a change, but new research shows that this city now has the longest average daily commute time of over 40 minutes each way.
Geez, I was just in the Bay Area, and I was hearing that traffic is worse there than it has ever been, so I'm going to guess the Bay Area up
All
north.
right, so you say San Francisco. She guessed New York City. One of you is right, one of you is wrong. Correct answer with an average commute of 40.1 minutes is New York City.
Oh, damn.
That is number 1. L.A. is number 3 on the list, and I want to say Chicago maybe jumped to the number 2 spot. We go to question number 2. Allie is down by 1. Question 2. There's a new box office monster brought in $198 million globally over the weekend. Which movie currently runs Hollywood?
How to Train Your Dragon, the live-action version.
She guessed a Disney movie that I don't think is out yet, Elio. But the correct answer is How to Train Your Dragon. Allie's tied it up. $1 Million Monday is back in honor. Well, it's a tie now, but Allie is making a huge move. And we go to question number 3. A massive FDA recall of this cereal is underway because they claim it may contain metal.
Yeah, I think that's Honey Bunches of Oats.
It is Oops All Metal. No, it is Honey Bunches of Oats. That is the one that they're recalling. She guessed Cheerios. Watch out if you got the Honey Bunches of Oats. Those
Everyone
bunches,
over 70 is like, no.
Those bunches could be metal. Go to question 4. Shohei Ohtani will be doing something for the very first time today as a Dodger, and the first time he's done it in over 2 years as a baseball player.
He's going to be pitching.
Pitching, she got that as well. Starting pitcher, congratulations. And now, Allie up 1 with one final question. The Ocean Gate CEO says that he was actually very close to bringing this KROQ band onto his Doom submersible. Wanted to bring this band with him.
I watched this documentary. It was crazy. The Pearl Jam.
She guessed Sum 41, but the correct answer is Pearl Jam. Well, Navi, you put in a decent effort. Allie holds on to her money for now, and I didn't want to tell you this, but it actually was $1 million you were playing for.
Next time.
Don't you love that all they can do is laugh?
Yeah, that's it.
Because they know that we have nothing close to that
we don't
amount
have
of money.
that. It's $100. Hey, what must you, after taxes, like $48. Shamefully, what must you admit over the airwaves of KROQ? Go ahead.
This is Navi from the South Bay, and Allie knows the news.
All right, tomorrow morning around this time, you'll have another shot at that same $100, but it will be a $10,000 Tuesday. So be ready to play the game and win $100 of Allie's money. Oh, eventually. You got to manifest the goodness, and then the goodness comes. This morning on the show, we get you into a ton of KROQ shows happening all summer long. It's summer ticket blowout later this morning. Send you to Dodger Stadium for MyChem, and then the Offspring as well. That will be in your future. Come back in a moment as we make some bold predictions about the summer ahead. This is Klein Alley Show on KROQ. Good morning. K-Rock, we are Klein Alley Show. Today's the day that Shohei takes to the mound as a Los Angeles Dodger, coming off a pretty strong weekend where you heard this.
The breaking ball, and he backdoors it this time. This 2-1 is clobbered to right field. Way back and way gone. Home run 24 for Ohtani. So the Dodgers strike first.
That was just the first one, Allie, and then he followed it up with this.
Ohtani with a missile to right field. Does it have enough carry? It sure does. Second home run of the night for Shohei Ohtani.
So now going to the mound, some people are very excited about that, and I think finally they're going to sell some of that merch. I know it's been hard
it's
to push that
sitting there
merch.
on their shelves. You
So
know, I think
finally.
we have enough to do a Gunshot, Firework, or Shohei
Shohei home
Ohtani.
run.
Yeah,
it's going to be
home run.
it's going to be difficult to figure out. But later this morning, when we bring back everyone's favorite seasonal game, Gunshot or Firework, if you hear this sound, that's a home run from Shohei Ohtani. Let me say hi to Juan Carlos on the phone right now this morning. Good morning, Juan Carlos.
Good morning, Klein. Sweet Divots.
Sweet Divots. What can we do for you?
They said that you wanted to talk to me about my cheating wife.
Oh, you're the guy who texted the show. Yeah, this is crazy. So hold on one second. This, let me just try to find your text here. It's buried. So I was talking about how my Father's Day was not everything I thought it could be. And we got a text from, I guess this is Juan Carlos, who said, Klein, I have you beat. I found out that my wife cheated on me the day before Father's Day.
How did you find out?
I had checked her phone, and she had, I guess she's been talking to this guy for like a year without me knowing about it. And then.
But you checked her phone because you had a feeling something was up, or you just randomly like, oh, let's see what the weather's going to be like tomorrow. Let me grab her phone, and then, D-pic.
No. I had a feeling, and yes, multiple D-pics.
Oh, that's the worst weather.
Man, after a year, they're still sending
Is it nicer than yours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it an improve? Was it better? I mean, be honest. I know it's hard to be objective here, but was the D better than your D?
No, it was one of those anteater Ds, you know?
Yeah.
Some people love those. Hey, don't.
Yeah, I hear you.
Sometimes you just want to go with something completely different than what you have.
I get it. So you found out. So you confronted her on the Saturday before Father's Day, this past Saturday?
Yes, right after my daughter's swim class.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's so as everything's getting toweled off, changed, everything like that, then you confront her, and what does she say?
She said yes, that she did, and I don't see her or think about her the same way. I switched her contact name. I did everything you think of.
What'd you switch her contact name to? Anteater lover? What'd you switch her contact?
Annie the Anteater.
Anteater, yes.
Anteater, that's good. Say at least you have a good laugh about it.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm sorry. That's a total bummer. And you guys are married, I guess, or?
We've been married 5 years.
And so, did she express remorse for any of this? Was there any accountability whatsoever, or was she just like, "Yeah, I did it"?
She was remorseful. She was.
And does she want to work on the marriage and keep it together?
Well, we're keeping it together for my daughter's sake. You know what I mean?
So then, what does she do to make up for that on Father's Day? Did she plan a crappy breakfast and almost golf?
Be a bunch of butt
she
stuff.
left me and my daughter alone. We were able to go and have a father-daughter day.
Huh.
I guess that's like, you're like, I can't make up for this in any way, so I might as well just be gone. That's the biggest gift I can give you.
She could have taken the daughter and given this guy the day to go horn or something, but okay.
Go horn.
Hey, listen, Juan Carlos, I'm sorry, man. That's an absolute bummer.
I could use one of those tiny Vanessa towels.
Hey, you know what? You got it, dude.
Yeah.
You got it. Juan Carlos. Hey, Vanessa, you're cool.
For my sweat.
This guy needs it. Can we get him a tiny? Are you okay approving a tiny towel for Juan Carlos? He found out his wife.
I sweat a lot at work. I sweat a lot.
That's fine. This guy sounds like he's right
now.
You
don't have to keep explaining.
Yeah, we get it. You're gonna JO all over this thing. We're fine with that. Vanessa, are you okay with that?
I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
the guy got cheated on.
Guy got cheated on by anteater penis.
Thank you, Vanessa.
Yeah, I'll give it. You get a towel.
All right, you're getting a towel.
For cheating.
Tiny towel. Congratulations. Hey, listen, I know it's not. It would have rather her not cheated and you not gotten the towel, but still, it's like a silver lining, right?
So, yeah, you got something out of it.
Yeah, Yeah, definitely. Thank you guys for calling, man.
Hey, man, you're welcome. I'm sorry. That's a bummer. Yeah, we.
So now we can rebrand these as breakup towels.
You're going through a breakup. A lot of people are, and you need a breakup towel. We got them. Only a few left. In fact, I think. Hey, Vanessa, am I wrong? I saw a DM over the weekend. The guy who made us this batch brought us another batch of them.
Oh, he did?
I believe
because we didn't have too many.
I think we got replenished with more of the tiny towels. Now that we're done with these giant TVs, we got more of these tiny towels to give out.
We can keep doing this, Vanessa. Isn't that great?
I don't think that Vanessa told me that we received another box of them here. But the guy...
I don't see another box.
Yeah, the guy DM'd me. He said we got...
She's setting it on fire.
There's a box of burning towels in the alley behind KROQ. All right, well, that's a bummer. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, jeez.
That's a rough way. So just when I thought I had not a great Father's Day because I ended up going to the grocery store at 5 o'clock to buy my own steak to cook it for myself, steak for one. This guy apparently had a slightly worse one.
Yeah, at least your wife is faithful. She's just not very thoughtful.
No, yeah, well, she thought that her thoughtfulness was that I didn't take her up on any of the many offers that she gave. Because I said, I'm good. We'll figure it out on the day off. And it's too hard, apparently, to figure stuff out on the day off.
Oh,
that's my own fault.
Yeah, that's your own fault.
We're going to take a quick break. When we get back, we'll get into the actual news happening in the world, your ADD news, plus... we start giving you tickets. It's KROQ Summer Ticket Blowout. And, oh, no, now there's a bunch of people with anteater penises on the phone that are upset that we're... All right, we don't have time for this now. We'll come back with that and more after this.
The world famous KROQ.
KROQ Klein Alley Show.
Klein Alley Show.
Klein Alley Show.
Klein Alley Show.
KROQ, the world famous KROQ. KROQ.
KROQ, we are Klein Alley Show, and in the studio now I have actual children, and they are here. And it's time for some Father's Day fun. It's on Sunday, and Allie wanted to prove that I didn't know my kids, and she's asked me some questions. Round one didn't go great.
Nope, you got 1 point out of 3.
And how many points do I need to get to try to win this giant TV?
You know what? I'm going to be really nice to you. 3 total points.
Girls, we got to get 2 points this round.
So all you need is 2 more points,
all right,
okay, to get this TV.
All right.
Do not want the TV.
Right.
And again, you
clear.
all as a family need to agree that this TV is something that you want.
We do. Trust me.
I don't want
Now, during that break, Klein tried to give his daughter a nice TLC, which was awkward. And also, I gave you 3 questions that you've written down the answers to.
So here we go. Now we flip the script now, girls. You have to answer these honestly. We're going to see if you know me at all, right? Here we go.
If we don't get it, then we don't get a TV. But I don't want the TV.
All right, well...
girls, if there is something else that you want, we have alternate prizes.
Oh, yeah.
So you do want to do well on this.
You do not want to trade prizes. Do not fall for Allie's scams.
I do.
It could be a TV or it could be some other things.
Other things.
Okay.
Right,
we'll
wait.
reveal what those other options are, but they're going to be things that you want. So play this seriously.
TV's not boring. It's the best thing on the planet.
All right. What is something that makes your daddy really, really mad?
I wrote down my answer. So, girls, what do you think is what makes me really the most mad?
If I hit you.
Okay. That does make me mad.
Abuse.
Okay. Olivia, what makes me so mad?
If we...
Don't try to be funny. Just answer the question.
There are real prizes here, Olivia.
If we yell and scream and you yell...
Okay. I wrote not when they don't listen. Is that a batch?
That's really rough.
That's a
bit of a leap.
All right, that one's a throw-out. We got 2 questions left. We got to get these both right.
Yelling, screaming, and hitting were their answers.
Well, once again, they hit me. I don't hit them. Let's just make that very clear for the record.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
All right. What is your daddy's favorite thing to watch on TV? He obviously loves TV, and he wants to have this big, giant TV in your house. So what is your daddy's favorite thing to watch on television?
I think football. Can't copy me.
You guys can both have the same answer if you want.
No, she can't.
Yeah, Olivia. Relax.
Okay.
The B movie?
The B movie?
Oh my God, you loser.
They watch the B movie. I don't watch the B movie.
Seinfeld?
The dogs and the shit, the fuck and the...
Oh.
Whoa.
What did she say? Did she just cuss?
That must be
Oh my God, you said those so casually.
Wait, guys, I have something.
Go.
He also likes...
Guys, honestly, you gotta stop.
Actually, he likes the Minions.
Okay.
Oh my God, Minions? That's worse than B movie.
The correct answer, I wrote sports. She said sports.
All right.
I have to say.
I will give you the point.
He likes to watch princess movies.
Okay. I will give you the point because Olivia said football.
All right, thank you.
My
Finally.
God.
Goddamn. Excuse me.
Is this what a 15 minutes in your
Yes,
house is
it's
like?
chaos.
This is
Yes.
exhausting.
Jerry.
All right, and then
Fine.
finally, what is the grossest thing that your daddy does?
All right, the answer.
Poop.
Thank you.
Okay, and Olivia?
So this is the story. So, okay, I'm in the bathroom. I'll be back in 5 minutes. 3 hours later, I'm in the bathroom for 5 minutes, and he's always taking the bathroom for so long, and he has so much gas in his belly.
Look what I wrote. I wrote fart.
Okay.
And I was about to say fart after.
Okay, yeah, I'll accept that late answer of fart as well. Guys, you've gotten to 3 points,
Guys,
which
that means we've won the TV.
Well, hold on a second. You could take home this TV right now, girls. Or, Johnny, will you bring in a couple of alternate prizes and
don't.
see if the girls would rather go home with
Oh, no, he's bringing in
this
candy.
plate of donuts?
No. Yes, yeah.
No, do not trade a TV for donuts and Twizzlers, guys. They're already eating it.
Okay, or
She's throwing it. She's so mad.
you could also, if you want to throw all that out, I'll give you 100 Robux.
No, I'm throwing all that out.
Okay. All right, well, now one of my kids is crying. We've
Okay.
officially done our job here.
And another one has just bought herself new screen time.
Well, so let this be a cautionary tale for all of you fathers celebrating Father's Day that bringing your own kids to work is sometimes a very overrated concept. It's KROQ. Another check at what's going on in the world, the ADD news in moments. Allie, what can we look forward to?
Another reason why seat 11A is the one you want to book on your next flight, and the retiring of the Sperminator. Who is he? And let's talk about his legacy, Klein.
All right, R.I.P. Sperminator. We'll find out what that's about, and we'll get to your news next. Of course, we're streaming live on YouTube as well. So if you're thinking to yourself, I wonder what these guys look like. It's a terrible thought, and hopefully you're not eating. But if you would like to check us out, we're streaming live on KROQ's YouTube right now, as we have been each and every morning, and those summer hours continuing, backed by not popular demand, which means we'll be live with you straight up through 11 a.m. this morning. Your ADD news is next, right after Boosh on KROQ. morning. We are Klein Alley Show on KROQ. Thanks for checking us out. Some new listeners checking out the show for the very first time. And then there's just regular drunks that listen every day.
Hi, I'm leaving a phone line call because I was drinking, and we don't drink much. My husband is driving, not me, obviously. But we listen to you guys.
There's definitely no one else in that car, right?
No,
it's
absolutely not.
It's just a drunk lady leaving a message? Just making sure.
Of course.
All right, well, anyway.
I mean, that checks out.
She claims she's hammered, but her husband's driving.
But we listen to you guys in your interview because that was gross, and it made me sad about you, Klein and Alley. But other than that, I always listen every single day.
Thank you.
Every single day. Every single minute. Isn't that sad? Why do I feel related to you guys? Goodbye.
All right, well, she drinks a lot, so anyway.
Goodbye. Just hit a kid on his bike.
Thank you for calling and leaving that lovely message. On the GOAT line, it's there for you all the time, even when we're not. 844-956-GOAT. All right, now your news.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
We all know Edwin Castro is a very rich guy thanks to the $2 billion lottery ticket that he bought at Joe's Service Center in Altadena 2.5 years ago. And now, not only is this man still living his best life, he, being from Altadena, is single-handedly contributing to its rebuild. You kind of forget, because everything that's going on now, that we also went through these devastating fires that happened right at the beginning of the year. So LA is hurting right now in more ways than one, but it's nice to know that a local guy, a very rich guy, is helping rebuild the city where he is from. He purchased...
I don't know if he's helping rebuild it as much as he's making...
Well, no, what he's doing...
Wise investments for himself.
Well,
he's buying up a lot of the fire land that...
Yeah, but he's stopping big corporations and non-local companies from coming in and just, hey, I'm going to buy all this land and I'm going to build these high-rise apartments and I'm going to charge people tons of money. He spent $9 million buying a bunch of lots, and in most cases, he's just going to rebuild the same floor plan. So he's going to rebuild the exact same house that was there. And there are some places where he can't do that exactly, but he's just going to build single-family homes, and he wants them to go to, residents of Altadena.
Well, let's hope he, because the reality is, yes, it is great if he's going in, stepping in, and C-blocking all the big, out-of-state corporations. But if he's going to try to, it'd be great if I won $2 billion? Mm-hmm. If I won $2 billion, you better believe, and especially fire in my hometown where I bought that ticket, you build a few places and you go, you know what? Free. I build them, and they're free. Go. We'll figure out some sort of lottery system, lottery work for me, and you can live there. I hope he's not going to then nickel and dime the locals to get back into the places.
Yeah, I would hope not. And also, $9 million doesn't seem like a lot.
He bought eight plots of land, but this land, a lot of it.
But why not like $50 million? Why not buy 50 plots of land? There's like over 500 lots that are available to buy right now, and apparently that's only 6% of the damage.
And I'm not sure how much of that stuff you can even build on immediately versus how much of it you have to let sit for a while, because there's still a lot of issues with all that fire land. I know my buddy lost his house. They said they can't even build a thing on there they said minimum probably 2 years.
Well, and then they were trying to get out the debris and test the soil again, and they were like, yeah, we cleaned up all the debris and test the soil, and it's horrible. Like, you can't go in there and build on it because it's not even safe to live in there. All right. The man who survived the Air India flight is talking more about what he did in that deadly crash that killed hundreds of people. He was the sole survivor. He was seated in seat 11A, and now we're learning that after the plane crashed, he was in an exit row, 11A, and the emergency door was kind of like propped open from the crash, and he saw a little slit where he was able to unbuckle his seatbelt and slide out of there. So it was after the crash, but before the explosion, and it wasn't like midair. He was like opening the exit door and jumping out of a plane that was in the air. He was like, I was the only person that really could have gotten out in that one area. He was just in a very lucky area, and on the other side, the emergency doors, you couldn't get out. So there was no way to get out for pretty much everybody else on the plane. But what's fascinating is he is not the only plane survivor from seat 11A. There was, in December of 1998, a Thai Airways flight that went down, killed 146 people. There were more than one survivor. There's 45 survivors, but one of their survivors was also seated in seat 11A. And now he's speaking out and going, this is crazy that this man was in my seat, the seat that I survived in my plane crash.
What's interesting is, I know we did this before in Clickbait, but according to the research, they said that the best place I think you want to be, the safest seat to survive a plane crash, is not 11A. They used to say it was the third quadrant of the plane in the middle. You want to be in the middle seat. That's always what it was. It was middle seat, somewhere in the third. Like if you look at the plane, break up the plane in
first third or
thirds.
the back third?
The back third. That's what
that was the part that was hanging out of the hospital.
Well,
building.
I know. It didn't look good in this one.
Are you saying clickbait is wrong?
Clickbait has steered us wrong yet again. So they always say you want to be like in those, whatever, in that third section, and you want to be in a middle seat. And I go, middle seat, not worth it.
No, middle seat, I don't think. I think most people, if they were like, the middle seat is safer, but they have opportunity for window, they're going to go window.
Yeah, but 11A, and that for most airlines now, you got to pay extra for an 11A seat.
Yeah.
It's usually a more space seat.
Yeah, that's true. And most of the time, if it's even $11 more expensive, I'm like, no, thank you.
Yeah, Allie will be in 36C.
Yep. Goodbye to the ultimate father. A man named the Sperminator has officially retired. If you've never heard about this guy, his name is Ari Nagel, and he's better known as the Sperminator because he has fathered 176 children. This guy was known as being one of the best sperm donors of all time, 6'2", blue eyes, SUNY Kingsborough math professor, and he not only donated more sperm than anybody, 17 years of donating across 20 different states and 10 different countries and 5 different continents. He didn't charge anybody for his sperm.
Oh.
So he wanted to make the world a better place and give people the miracle of a baby when they couldn't have one for whatever reason. And he didn't want people succumbing to all the charges from sperm banks, which are charges that I had, obviously paid to have my kids. So he was doing God's work, and he was also even abstaining from sex in actual personal relationships just so he could help other people have babies.
So he had the best stuff. He was holding on to the best stuff.
Right. So he announced on Father's Day, the ultimate dad, I'm no longer donating sperm. I'm going to donate my sperm to my girlfriend from now on, and I'm going to focus purely on my own pleasure.
And he has how many kids, you said?
176.
Moment of silence, Sperminator. Thank you for all you did. We appreciate you. Thank you.
One last splooge.
One last 21 splooge salute for that guy. We got to do a brand new hour.
A tiny towel.
Yeah, send him a tiny towel, Vanessa. Are you okay with him getting one? I mean, this guy, come on.
We're now looking for proper
this guy
semen
deserves
fluid that is acceptable to Vanessa.
Let's give this guy a tiny towel. He deserves it. I mean, in the world of semen, I know you don't want people using your towels for that, but I mean,
this guy's doing something good.
Yeah, he's a hero right now.
What do you think, Vanessa?
I think he wants to give it to his girlfriend.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
All right. Sure. Fine. We can tell ourselves that.
Brand new hour of the show now. Here we go.
Klein Alley Show.
106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Oh, this hour, it's finally back. It's everyone's favorite seasonal game to play in Southern California. Gunshot or Firework. Get you all ready to go. We are still a few weeks away, obviously, from the month of July, 4th of July, etc. But it's never too early to start practicing, getting your skills ready to go, because eventually, soon enough, you will be in a room full of people. They'll hear a pop, 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 and they'll start going, oh, my God, what do we do? That's what they're going to hear. And you got to have that conversation.
Like.
And you can say, no, I've been listening to the Klein Alley Show KROQ. I now am a professional. I hear it. I know what it is.
It's already obviously started because it kept Vanessa up last night.
Yeah, I heard him too yesterday in the Valley. It was, I don't know what they were celebrating. Maybe it was something at the Hollywood Bowl. It was like a jazz festival maybe over there or something.
That deserves fireworks.
Definitely does not deserve fireworks.
But do you think that the majority of them are practicing for their fireworks shows?
Yeah, I think a lot of people are practicing. They don't want to, right now you want to get all the bad ones. If you're buying a bunch of stuff, illegal fireworks from China, which they say we should stop doing, you want to make sure you've got the good ones for when it really matters.
Yeah, but what if you accidentally fired off the good ones?
Well, ideally, you get a lot of them. I mean, no one's ordering like one of each. They're getting a ton of each, and then you do a few practice runs. El Cheapo Alley gets one of each.
I'll take one Roman candle, please.
So anyway, we'll get into that this hour back on the show. And someone on this show did something that we've made fun of for a while. I think we've all made fun of it, even the person that started doing it. And now they claim that they have completely shifted their opinion. We're not afraid to admit when we're wrong, which is rare. But someone on the show is going to have to eat their words.
And I'll eat them good.
So we'll get into that coming up this morning and this hour on the show before we start giving you tickets. MyChem Dodger Stadium and Offspring at the Forum, both in your future this morning, right here on Klein Alley Show. Now, if we were a legitimate media operation here at KROQ, I mean, KROQ probably is, but Klein Alley Show not so much, we would have reporters on the scene and all the big stories. And there's a lot of big stories, perhaps no bigger story still unfolding, even though it feels like it's been buried the past few weeks, than what's going on with Diddy. We don't have anyone at the courtroom proceedings because they're happening on the East Coast. And occasionally we've talked about some updates because they're interesting, but for the most part, we haven't spent a lot of time talking about it.
And there's a lot to keep up with. It's impossible.
Yeah, I mean, the last time we really went in depth here was when we went to Mel's drive-thru and convinced them to put our picture up when they took his picture down. And it's still hanging there at the one on Hollywood and Highland. I don't know why, but when you walk right in, it's a picture of Klein and Allie where Diddy used to be.
It's funny what our definition of inside reporting is.
Meanwhile, Allie's mom, apparently, the throat goat, is very involved in this case. And I understand why, because I feel like it's got all the things.
It's titillating.
And your mom is a very sexual person. You don't mind me saying that. She's been with a ton of men and had a lot of husbands, and she's even admitted that she's great with her throat.
She's also retired and likes to keep up with any big true crime news that's going on, and the Diddy trial happens to be one that she's interested in. So she was able to provide updates to me, because I went up to the Bay Area over the weekend, that I had not heard of. And I feel like I kind of keep an eye on things and some of the bigger updates I've been sharing in ADD News, but she knew a level of detail that I'm not even sure is accurate at this point, but she unloaded all of this to me.
What a weird
over
conversation to have.
And it was fascinating.
This is the throat goat breaking down the latest on the Diddy trial. Allie and her actual mother.
He liked to watch. The whole thing is, so Diddy, itty bitty Diddy, would sit in a corner.
And why is he called Itty Bitty Diddy?
Because he has so they call him Itty Bitty Diddy.
Was she saying that? We had to beep some of that. She's saying he has a tiny dong. I don't know where she came up with this, by the way.
Which I'm like, where are you reading that he's called Itty Bitty Diddy?
Right.
She said that that's what they call him.
Who's
I'm
they?
like, who is they? Where are you getting this information? Or are you just deciding that he's small?
Is that the prosecution that's using that term? Because it's all about branding these days. So anyway, she goes into...
Did he shaking his head to the jury?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, they got the courtroom, the artist to go with a smaller pencil to draw everything.
He would sit in a corner, naked from the neck down, and then he'd wear like this burqa thing over his face, but his eyes would be showing.
That's like in Squid Games what they would do. All the rich guys would do.
Again, I never read it.
See, I don't know where it's like...
Is your mom making this up?
No,
or,
she's talking to me about it like it's complete fact.
Wow.
Now, your mom, we should point out, used to have a job working in a courtroom where she would...
she was a court reporter.
She would type those... She would have to be the person that typed the stuff really quickly.
Yeah,
tap.
She had one of those,
stenographer?
Yeah, she had like that tiny... She had her own company for a while.
Whoa.
She's lived a lot of different lives. So she had that tiny little computer that has like no keys on it.
Yeah.
You know, and she'd be doing
like symbols. It's like shorthand, right?
Yeah, and then it like would print out those tiny little scrolls that were just a bunch of googly letters.
But
and then she would...
But the judge would yell to her like, "Hey, throat goat, what did the guy just
she
say?"
Wouldn't say throat goat.
Well, whatever he would say to her.
She
Hey,
hadn't earned that title
right,
yet.
but he'd say, "Hey, Allie's mom, read back what the person," and she would have to
Right.
like grab the little scroll and read it back.
Yeah.
So she knows the way the courtroom works. So maybe she's got intel, or maybe she
Well,
can
this
even.
is an interest to her because, yeah, she was in this field.
Yeah, I mean, she probably didn't have anything nearly as exciting as what's going on with Diddy. So anyway, she's breaking down some of the stuff. I hadn't heard any. Most of the stuff she talks to you about now, I had not even heard.
Me neither.
And I'm not like very invested in this case at
But
all.
like, wouldn't we have heard about this?
Listen to this. And I don't know how much of this is quote speculation. We should probably point out for our own legal protection here. But anyway,
She
here
cites
we
her
go.
sources.
And the girl had to dress up in a wig, lingerie, and high heels. And then he would arrange for male entertainers, sex workers, whatever, to come over and...
Now, what was that? What was that noise?
I think that was an ashtray.
Oh, okay. She's some ash she's got. What is she smoking?
Come over.
A carton at once?
And she would have to role play with the guy or, flirt and do this, and Diddy would watch everything. And the baby oil, they busted one of his houses. He had 900 bottles of Astroglide. I mean, who does that?
So she's very on top of the stats. And, listen, anyone who's invested in this case is probably keeping up with some of the stuff.
I mean, everyone's heard of the Astroglide thing.
Sure. But, I mean, the fact that I don't know who brought this up. Did she bring this up to you? Or did you bring this up to her?
She started asking me what I was watching as far as, like, true crime stuff because we both watch it. And we ended up talking about a bunch of different cases that currently have documentaries coming out. And then we got on the topic of Diddy.
Okay, so then she goes to now this part of the story I had never heard before. This is where things get real weird.
And he'd masturbate while they were having sex.
Yeah.
And he even wanted them to pretend one time that They were basketball and NBA players.
Now, I didn't hear this part of the story at all, but listen, she goes into specifics.
Okay, listen. You're going to be Shaq, okay?
Omar, just wait. You're not wrong.
One of them had to be Michael Jordan. One of them had to be Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh, my God. That's literally what you just said.
Now once again, as we pointed out earlier, Shaquille O'Neal really putting himself in everything these days. There's not any sort of thing. He will not put it.
He's like, I'll give you $5 if I can use your name in this white party.
I was at a Staples the other day. There's a giant cardboard cutout of Shaq, and it was like, buy this toner. Like, it's you guys selling everything.
Yep.
So now he's involved in the Diddy trial, too. Apparently role-playing as Shaq.
Really? I mean, he wanted the big men.
How do you know all this?
Yeah, so Allie asked the proper question to her own mother, which is, how do you know all these details? This is so much stuff that you know.
It. It's like, he wanted him big because he was a tiny itty-bitty Diddy.
So she's claiming that he was having some sort of a weird fantasy role being played in front of his very brain, in front of his eyes.
Right.
But for
with
his own,
his little burqa mask on.
Right, with his mask over his eyes.
How do you know all this?
I've been reading about it. Also, Nancy Grace.
There you go. The White Lady Sherpa, Nancy Grace. Huh? That's how.
Nancy Grace is saying all this stuff about Michael Jordan and Shaq, which probably is not
I like
accurate.
it how, just like Allie, she started by saying, I've been reading it. When the answer is she has not been reading any of it, the only answer is Nancy Grace. But no one wants to say that, so they want to sound smarter.
Exactly.
They go, as soon as people go, how do you know that? I think whenever I find something on Instagram that's interesting, I always tell my wife, she goes, how do you know that couples that have sex 9 times a week are happier? I said, I read it.
I know, I read about it. Like you're sitting there with a big fat
a big fat book in front of me and I'm going through scroll, And she goes, you read it? Where did you read it? And I go, that was a meme on Instagram.
Exactly.
And she goes, well, that doesn't mean anything.
Or it's like, it was a TikTok
but
video.
As soon as you say Reddit, everyone's like, whoa, okay, doctor.
You're red.
So anyway, this is her point.
I didn't know Nancy Grace was still on.
Oh, yeah. She has a podcast. Itty Bitty Diddy. And they're saying, too, that...
Are you smoking with your mom? Sounds like you're smoking.
Oh, wait, listen, we don't have to focus on that part.
So I can hear it. I can hear it, Allie. No, I can hear it in your voice. It sounds like you're smoking. It sounds like you are smoking. I literally hear you have that voice of like, I'm exhaling a cigarette now.
And they're saying...
You hear that? I hear that right there. You can't fool me. You're smoking, huh? You're back to smoking?
Look, if Nancy Grace didn't say it, it didn't happen.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I don't need to be. I can figure this out.
And they're saying too that
because when she's talking, Allie, I hear the inhale. Did you hear this? This is Allie smoking. Allie,
the phone was in the middle of the table. You don't know who's taking a drag.
She's talking. You're smoking. I hear it. Listen.
And they're saying too.
You guys hear that? What?
I was just taken aback.
Thought you said you quit smoking.
I was taken aback by everything.
Allie's back on the cigarette. Look at that. Big breaking story.
I'm not back on anything.
Move over. What, do you pretend you're Shaq while you're doing that? Or?
The photographer that was always with him, or the one that was holding the umbrella for him all the time, was really his lover. I think he's mad at women because they don't like his itty bitty ditty.
So she's got a theory now.
Yeah.
I couldn't hear her theory over your smoking, but
shut up.
She said
the fact that now he has a lover who was his security man with an umbrella is also way out of left field.
And so he's going to make them experience pain with the biggest penis in town.
Right. So that he can...
So that it's like
he live through them.
Yeah. And punish them for not being satisfied with his Tootsie Roll.
All right. Well, there you have it. What breaking knowledge right there. I was unaware.
I mean, if we want to get regular Diddy updates, I feel like she's the only one who's really closely following this. Of all the important things to follow.
Yeah, we may have to get Allie's mom, P. Mommy, on to comment on the Diddy case. It's wild. Huh.
626, I heard that Shaq has a small dong.
Oh,
There's
no, that's
impossible.
Way. There's just an impossibility.
I've been following the Diddy trial pretty damn close, and I do not remember hearing anything about any of this.
Yeah, this all seems wild to me. But okay, it's Allie's mom on the case, so there you have it. Nice check-in with the throat goat. She seems to be an authority. And as a former, how many years of her life she spent working in the courtroom?
Oh, at least, I think 10 to 20.
Yeah, I mean, a decade person working in this. She's already got some authority there, so I think it's already better than anything we could have come up with. So there you have it.
She knows.
Quick break. When we get back, it's time for the first round ever of Gunshot or Firework to get you ready for the season ahead. If you'd like to play with us, we got a great prize up for grabs. In fact, look at this. Here's what we got for you. Cabana for 4 at Wild Rivers Water Park with a $100 food and beverage credit. The first round of Gunshot or Firework after this quick break. If you'd like to play, call now 800-520-1067. That is now.
Ladies and gentlemen, KROQ. KROQ. No down payment, no monthly fees, just questionable decisions and a whole lot of wristbands. On a KROQ summer ticket blowout. Listen every hour from 9 to 6 to win your way into the hottest KROQ shows, including My Chemical Romance at Dodger Stadium July 27th. Linkin Park at Intuit Dome September 13th.
Let you cut me open just to watch me bend. This is what you asked for. Heavy is the crowd.
The Offspring at Kia Forum August 29th.
With 1,000 lies in a good disguise, I gotta bet.
Incubus at the Intuit Dome October 4th. Blink-182 at Acrisure Arena October 5th. And more. A different show every hour on a KROQ summer ticket blowout. Courtesy of Live Nation.
Win tickets all this week on the World Famous KROQ.
Do you think you're good at flirting? Are you good at being hit on or hitting on others? I feel like nowadays, because people maybe were good at flirting in real life, does that flirting necessarily translate to meeting someone on Instagram or meeting someone on the dating apps? I think it's a different style of flirting altogether.
I think what you have to learn about flirting is that it's about the journey, not the result. You can't flirt with someone going like, oh, what am I going to say next to get them to sleep with me? You just have to have real conversations with people, and if things lead there, they lead there.
But then also, you do want to think about what is the game plan, because if not, you're just wasting a lot of your time having a conversation with another, quote, friend, and who needs that, right?
Well, if you're having a good conversation, it's not a waste of time. I'm sure Johnny the Rizmaster would tell you the same thing. He's all just about connection, right, Johnny?
Over the next few days, we're each going to have an opportunity to flirt with a AI robot. Now, this is something that has been put together through Tinder. It is a simulation that allows you to meet someone, simulate exactly how that conversation would go if you were to meet them in real life, and then it lets you know at the end of the conversation, how'd you do? Would you have actually gotten a date with this person?
Yeah, you have to practice picking people up
So-
before you actually get in the game.
Allie's going to go first. Now, you don't get to pick who the person, you don't get to really pick anything. I think you just
It
get,
gives you an AI attractive person,
Right.
and a scenario.
and then you get to react and talk to them in real time. And this was the conversation that Allie had yesterday. And you let me know if you think it was a success or not.
At an open mic night in a lively Miami venue, you meet Jade, a retail manager, and chat about your shared love for music and art.
So they kind of give you the setup already, so you're not going in completely blind. You met someone named Jade, and you're at an open mic night, and you both she loves music and art. So that's kind of your setup, and then you have to figure out within, you don't have time to think about it right away. Now the conversation begins.
It's happening.
And you are interacting with AI technology, but it will give you a legitimate answer as to how you did.
She's from Miami. She's 32. And we're at an open mic night. All right, let's go.
Was she hot, Jade?
I mean, AI hot.
Oh, she was AI hot?
Yeah.
Did you get nervous a little bit, even though you knew she wasn't real?
No.
You weren't nervous at all?
No, why would I get nervous from an AI simulation?
Well, if you don't want to find out your flirting game is terrible.
I mean, I did feel a little bit like, okay, whoa, let me dig back into the archives of flirting, because I haven't had to do that in many years.
Oh, this place? It's got mad energy, right? I love seeing all the local talent. So what kind of music are you into?
You think she meant talent like chicks? Love all the local talent.
I love this local talent.
Lot
Turn
of
around for me, talent.
Let me see the rest of your talents. I think she's talking about the music, right? Probably.
Yeah, and I mean,
I love seeing all the local talent. So what kind of music are you into? I gotta say, I got a soft spot for those indie acoustic sets, you know?
She's kind of like you already. She asked the question, but then doesn't stop. You know what I mean? Like she asked the question, but then keeps going still.
and she's so like me because she said this venue has mad energy.
Yeah, the two of you already are hitting it off.
Oh, yeah, me too. I actually work for a radio station, and I have the pleasure of being front row to some of those events. And I would say, intimate events are some of the best ones out there, way better than some of the big shows, festivals, and things like that, because you get a real one-on-one experience that's kind of unforgettable.
Oh, that sounds awesome. I bet you get the best seat in the house, huh?
So you're kind
Well,
of.
I just said I'm in the front row, you idiot.
But you're kind of flexing a little bit. But like that is what a flirt. I mean, that is technically if you're hitting on someone, you are trying to
Impress them.
Yeah, usually you're trying to show what is your value. What value do you bring
Well, and
to
she
this?
happens to bring up something that is a part of my job.
Right. Yeah, you must have, right. She says, yeah, you go to these shows a lot, and you're like, hey, lucky me. Yeah, not only do I go to the shows, I got great seats.
I bet you get the best seat in the house, huh? You're totally right about those smaller shows. Up close and personal, you can actually feel the music, right? So tell me, what's
Speaking
the
of
wildest
feeling-
Yeah, well, I don't think, it's funny because she has that kind of that like,
They made her sound like a lesbian, didn't they?
Yeah, she does have a lesbian voice, but it's also kind of a raspy, you know, she got kind of, even though she's a robot, it is kind of a flirty tone to her, the way that she's delivering.
You can actually feel the music, right? So tell me, what's the wildest concert moment you've ever had?
When I told the Black Keys, what'd you say, the Black Keys?
I said,
Was that stupid pep talk
do
you
a
gave
good
them?
job, I know you will.
Do a good job, I know you will. Is that the wildest?
Well, I interviewed this band called Wet Leg.
And I asked him a question that still hasn't ended yet.
What's the wildest concert moment you've ever had?
Well, one time I went on stage and I was drunk and I introduced the wrong band, and it was a band that had already played, and so it was really embarrassing and everyone laughed at me, and then we played some of the audio on the air the next day, and it kind of made me feel bad about myself, but I guess that's relatable, right? Yep.
That got real quiet.
Yeah.
Just ghosted you?
She kind
She
of.
didn't ghost me. She talked.
I think the AI takes a minute to process Allie's story, and so it's the
So, is it real or not? Like, there's no way that could happen in real life?
right. Like this woman's got to be lying right now.
But I guess that's relatable, right? Why do I
Oh,
sound so-
wow, that's a wild night. We all have those moments, right?
We all have those moments.
She's trying to make you feel calm, but it does feel kind of desperate. You sound very desperate.
Yeah, I think I sounded thirsty at the end.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
that's relatable, right?
Right. You know, you're right.
But I guess that's relatable, right?
Oh, wow, that's a wild night. We all have those moments, right? It's part of the fun. Keeps life interesting. Some real unforgettable memories. And hey, at least you can laugh about it now, right? So, what's the next big event you're planning to check out?
Well, really want to do something for our producer's birthday because we're all convinced that she's a child.
Interesting, Allie, that you went with this angle and not the obvious one, which is you're going to Coachella in a few weeks. Like, that seems like that would have been the answer. If you were really trying to hit on this woman, you would have used the biggest flex there is, which is, well, Coachella. That's where I'm going. And instead, you went with this.
Well, really want to do something for our producer's birthday because we're all convinced that she's a child and her birthday's on May the 4th. So we wanted to do kind of a Cinco de Mayo / children's birthday party. But we're always doing events. We did an event in Big Bear where the host of the show that I'm on, he got frosted tips and now he has to pierce his nipple.
What a stupid thing to say. I mean, really.
I mean, that's my life.
What a stupid thing
I'm
to
being
say.
real.
But you also could have said, I'm going to Coachella and I have an extra
Well,
ticket.
I didn't think about that
If
in a
the
minute.
goal is trying to hit on this AI bot and pick her up successfully.
Don't tell me how to flirt. She buys all of it. She's also not listening anyway. I gave her that first story about being drunk on stage and introducing the wrong band, and she was like, wow, that sounds wild. Like,
Well,
she's not even really taking in my words.
She is listening.
He got frosted tips, and now he has to pierce his nipple.
Oh, man, sounds like your crew knows how to throw a party.
Oh, yeah, we do. We're a crew that knows how to throw a party.
A Cinco de Mayo / birthday bash? That's got to be a blast.
I think
Lots
I'm
of fun and laughs.
I'm breaking the AI.
It's finally. She's melting down.
So what's your favorite part about planning these wild events?
Well, letting my, I guess imagination go wild. You should come to one of the events one time, I'd love to have you. You can see it firsthand, just how crazy some of this stuff can get.
All right, now Allie's elevating the conversation from general whatever to now let's lock down some plans.
All of this was general whatever.
Well, it was, but now you're saying let's go ahead and let's date.
Yeah.
Sounds like a total blast. I'd love to experience one of those wild events. Sounds like pure fun. Keep me posted. Maybe I'll swing by one time.
Non-committal.
Ghosted.
Yeah.
Shut up, guys. She's totally into me.
She didn't say that's great. I'll be there. She said, "Keep me posted."
I'll keep you ghosted.
Yeah, Vanessa, you know that. I mean, even Allie getting rejected by the robot is sad.
Keep me posted. Maybe I'll swing by one time.
How can I?
All right, well, you sound like a dyke, so I'm sure we'll enjoy ourselves. I'll scissor your timbers.
I'm here to keep our chat respectful and friendly.
She rejected you real quick there. Allie really went for
I
it.
just had to be really clear my intentions.
Well, you sound like a dyke.
I'm here to keep our chat respectful and friendly. If you'd like to keep talking about music, events, or anything fun, let's do it.
Why don't we do... Oh.
And then they cut her off. And then Allie got cut off with the whole music. This is the best.
If you want to keep talking about music and...
Can't believe it's time for the first official round of Gunshot or Firework. It's the season officially. It's here. Last night, Vanessa claims 10:30. She's trying to go to sleep. Long Beach couldn't because it was this constant sound of what she couldn't decide if they were gunshots or fireworks, and that is the game that everyone plays, which is why we've turned it into radio's most fun game, and we're going to actually help you win it today, because before we actually get to the game, up for grabs, we got Cabana, $100 food and beverage credit.
Cabana.
And tickets. Cabana Klein is going to be very excited about the Cabana at Wild Rivers Water Park. We get you in. But before we get to the actual game, this is someone from the news that understands that everyone is going to be alarming themselves and their neighbors from pretty much now through... Usually the way it works is not through the 4th of July. This kind of starts now, goes through August, because people have
So
a
you
bunch
get
of
leftover fireworks.
leftover fireworks and leftover gunshots. So here is the news explaining how you can tell the difference, because the amount of calls they get to 911 this time of the year, people go, I'm pretty sure that my neighbor has a machine gun. And they're like, no, it's just fireworks. Here's the news trying to help you win this game and play the game in your own head. Listen.
Hi everyone, my name's Alicia Moore. I'm going to tell you how to tell the difference between gunshots and fireworks. Gunshots are very crisp and they have a certain timing or cadence to them. And pop, 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 or pop, pop, pop.
Or pop, pop, pop.
So I don't really know what she's supposed... I don't know what she just played there. Was that gunshot or fireworks?
That was gunshots.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, that's what she's saying,
'Cause
because
it's more of a
it's
pop,
slow
pop,
and
pop.
steady.
Yeah, but what if there's multiple guns? What if it's a gun fight?
No, that's true. She hasn't done all of the different gunfight scenarios.
So she didn't bring us that. Anyway, she goes...
Fireworks are very loud, just as gunfire, but they are very sporadic. A lot of crackling. Sometimes they echo, and sometimes there's a whistle before the fireworks.
Well, that's obvious. If it's a whistling Pete or something, yeah, of course we know there's a whistle. But a lot of them do not have the whistle.
Gun.
Yeah, or you just one of them cool.
You have a gun. That's
You have
like,
a cool whistling gun. Right. Yeah.
So you can see that it kind of sounds very similar. If you close your eyes and imagine like seeing beautiful fireworks, usually you can tell when it's fireworks based on just the cadence alone.
wow, so
So-
you have to close your eyes and imagine what you're hearing?
If you are hearing gun violence erupt, just close your eyes and picture a beautiful fireworks show. And that's her advice. Which is why we felt the need to turn this into a PSA game. It's time for Gunshot or Firework. Here we go.
When you live in LA, you hear nightly. Not that. That's just Sally. Here at KROQ, talking about the sound that happens on your block. Firework or gunshot.
All right, let's say hi to our first contestant of the season. And by the time 4th of July is here, you should all be experts at this, so that if there's any ever a conversation happening between friends or in your living room, you can say, don't worry, that is definitely gunshots. Let's say hi to Cameron listening to us in Huntington Beach. Good morning, Cameron.
Yo, yo, yo. How's it going?
I'd love you to be the first winner. If you are, that means you get some tickets, Cabana, the whole thing, $100 food and beverage to Wild Rivers. I will play you the sound effect in a moment, and all you have to do is listen, think. You just heard the secret.
think.
You heard the secrets a moment ago. That's not it.
Right.
That's a whistling Pete. That's not it. Here we go. Listen closely now. This is the first round of Gunshot or Firework of the new season. Here we go.
Oh, that's tough.
Wow, whoa.
Close your eyes and imagine.
Close your eyes and picture. Do you see bad guys fighting it out in a Liam Neeson movie? Or perhaps this is up in the skies and it's a beautiful shower of sparkles, and here we go. Is that gunshot? Is that firework?
Wow, wasn't ready for that one. Let's see. I'm gonna go Liam Neeson action scene gunfight.
Yeah, if it is gunfight, it sounds to me like an old-timey gunfight. You know, where they've got the old revolvers and yeah.
It could be a cake of mortars, though. Also,
Could be. You're going to lock in and
But-
say that is a gun. It's once again the options are firework, gunshot. That's your only choices.
right? I'm going gunshot.
All right, he's going to lock in on gunshot now. Let's go ahead and play the rest. He's locked in on gunshot. Now let's see what it is in its entirety. Let's hit it.
The 4th of July is a month away, but illegal fireworks are already being launched in Carson, and they're annoying residents.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, you put in a decent effort, but out of the gate we have a loser, just proving that no one can really tell the difference.
Even after doing an in-depth tutorial.
Yeah, we gave you that. We gave you all the cheat codes and everything, which means we cannot give you these tickets. And the good news is someone else will win them just by listening to KROQ. Caller 20 right now.
Interesting song to get into as well.
This was just a coincidence, by the way. I didn't plan this. Trust me. I wish I had thought of it, but I didn't. So it's KROQ, Klein Alley Show. Caller 20. We give you the tickets next for Wild Rivers. KROQ, we are Klein Alley Show. Someone on the show is about to own up to something that they've made fun of for many years now, and they are going to admit that they were wrong and that the rest of the world was right. Who is it? What did they do? We'll get to that in a second, but first, let's say hi to caller 20, which puts us in Fountain Valley. Good morning, Jennifer. Hi, how are you? You are on some sort of a very distant Bluetooth, but it does not matter. You are caller 20, which means you'll be enjoying the cabanas at Wild Rivers, plus $100 food and beverage credit. All right?
Yay! Woo!
Thank you. Hold on one second. We got those for you every day this week. Of course, KROQ's going to continue with the summer ticket blowout. We start that in less than 30 minutes. Send you to Dodger Stadium to see My Chem. And then on top of that, we've got Offspring tickets for you at the Forum. That'll be just around 10 a.m. sharp. So lots of tickets every single hour. In fact, I don't even think I'm supposed to share this with you, Allie, but after we're off the air and Nicole will be here, we got tickets for Beck, Turnstile, then in the afternoon with Kevin Ryder, some Blink and Incubus, 21 Pilots.
Nicole loves herself some Turnstile.
It's a full, you better, good luck getting those tickets. You have to pry them out of her hand. She probably won't even give them to you. So who on the show would like to admit that they were wrong and the rest of the world was right?
Look, Klein, change is good. And even though maybe at the beginning you were against something, I'm sure there are things that you've come around on. For example, you probably hated matcha at first and you thought it was a really stupid trend. And same with acai bowls. And now you're the matcha man. You're eating acai bowls on a regular basis.
I don't drink matcha. I bring it to my wife.
You love matcha.
No, the only time I drink matcha is after she has her one sip of the $10 matcha I brought her. And then she goes, that's enough for me. And then thinks about to sit there.
What?
And it makes me, so then I drink it just because I don't want to throw it out. But I don't like matcha.
Yeah,
I take coffee.
There are things that appear hateable at first because they become such an overnight sensation and you go, what's the hype? This is lame. Same with how everyone feels right now about Labubu dolls. And then after a while you go, all right, what is everybody talking about with this thing? And then maybe you end up liking it. It doesn't mean you're a bad person. Doesn't mean that you're going against your values. It's just something that you maybe developed a negative first impression of, and then all of a sudden you have seen the light. And that is the case with me and pickleball.
I'm taking my clothes and my pickleball paddle.
Yeah, that woman who left angry. Pickleball, we called many times on the show, America's #1 nightmare.
I think that woman lost her house.
She lost everything except her pickleball paddle.
That's what she grabbed when she was running out the door.
And Allie has, for the first time ever.
I played pickleball for the first time, guys.
And the best part about it is she said the same thing that every other unathletic loser says when they play pickleball. What you said, go ahead, read what you wrote verbatim in the email.
I had the opportunity to play pickleball. My mom had 2 paddles and 2 off-brand wiffle balls. I don't think any of it was legit, but I did play my first round of pickleball, and guys, not only am I good, I think I'm a prodigy. I think that I've got some kind of a future here with pickleball. I think this is going to be my next sport. I suck at tennis because there's so much running back and forth. I hate all the running and then the squeaking of the rubber on the floor. I don't like it. It's bothering me.
Don't you
this
realize?
Is much smaller, and I'm pretty good at ping pong. And really all you need is good reaction time. And I'm good with the reaction time. The ball was whiffling that way. I was going boom. And then it was that way. Boom. And then I had a backhand and I was like, whatcha? And I was
Who
going
were you
back.
playing against?
Katie.
Just your mom?
No,
your wife.
I played Katie and I played my mother-in-law. So 2 worthy opponents.
Allie's wife's got those fancy footwork she can do with all those tap dancing moves, so watch out.
I was kicking her ass. I was getting compliments from everybody else that was there because I had really good reaction time and I had never picked up a pickleball
Allie, I will bet you any amount of money right now, and I've never touched a pickleball paddle in my life. Other than the ones we have in the back office here that I've played around with in the back office, but never with a pickleball. We don't even have a ball. I just take the paddle and hit Johnny in the ass with it. I will.
That's part of your grooming.
That's how I groom that boy. I will bet you right now. I will go on the court and I will beat you for any amount of money you want to play.
Yeah, but you play tennis.
Not regularly.
Yeah, you're good at tennis.
No, I'm not.
I'm not gonna.
No, I'm not.
Why are you already backing down, Allie?
Yeah, you just said you're a prodigy. You're a prodigy.
Yes,
you believe
and
you're a
Klein's never even played or know the rules.
Never
or
played.
anything.
I don't know anything.
I don't know the rules either.
In
I
the
think
kitchen,
I won.
out of the kitchen, I've heard people talk about. I don't know one thing about. I just know
I don't know about the kitchen.
The reason what you're saying right now, and I'm happy for you. I hope you found
You're
a new
gonna
hobby.
do something where you're trying to like ace me and all that dumb crap.
Listen to me.
You mean win?
Come on, whatever. I'm just dinking right now.
Every old person in the world. This is why this sport got so popular with the elderly, because they go, "Look at me, I'm pretty good at it."
So is
they're
my
like,
mother-in-law. She's pretty good.
Everyone says that because it's not. I'm not saying you can't get great at it.
You don't have to move as much as tennis.
I'm saying that.
Fine. I don't believe you are good. Like, I bet you we could find a child, probably any random child, and give them a paddle, and they could probably hold their own against you.
Right. But if I were to play against your oldest daughter, I'd win.
Do you think, maybe, not my youngest one, though. I bet you I would take her with money right now.
No,
the 6-year-old,
dude, she would give up on the game after like 2 minutes. She has the attention of a goldfish.
Right. She gets that from me. But I would still take her over. My point is that you are so confident with your own abilities because you have found a thing that is not hard to do. It's like saying
it's hard. It's easy to pick up, but it's hard to get really good at it. I'm not saying I'm going to beat you right now. I'm saying I have potential.
You said you're a quote. You're a prodigy.
A prodigy needs talent development. Okay, I need a sponsor. I need somebody to help me get good. I need
someone who can help you.
Someone needs to train me because I've got it, girl.
You don't.
I've got it. I've got the it factor.
You have the ick factor for sure. You don't have the it factor at all.
It's like, oh man, you look on the court and you see somebody who's like, just playing basketball for funsies, and then you realize that they're so good and they should be in the NBA. That's what I'm saying. I have the potential to be really great.
On the text line.
Movies.
On the text line. This is someone who claims my 86-year-old father started playing 2 weeks ago, and I bet you he could beat Allie. Now that's interesting. Would you tell us? I will happily step onto the court for the first time ever.
I don't want to play you.
That's fine. Then would you rather play a child or an old person?
That's tough.
And I will say right now,
I'd rather play a child.
All right, fine. We'll find the child. If anyone's got a child that has got nothing to do this summer,
Child will not be able to serve.
And they are bored, and I don't even care if they've never played it before.
I'll play a pair of kids.
You'll go against 2 kids.
Yeah.
Great. Set it up. Lock it down. I know that we had a whole plan to launch a Klein Alley Show pickleball team years ago. We never got around to it. We had a logo. We had everything.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to find the leagues. You got to find those matchups. And the YMCA has a pickleball court, so I can practice.
I promise you this. I will put all of my, whatever you want to bet, Allie, I will put it on the person I've never even met before. I would even put up Blind Charlie to beat you. And he's guy's blind.
Stop it. Why don't you believe in me at all? I'm telling you, I've got something.
Because you're doing all the same things that every person that ever did. I've heard so many people that go, you know what I played this weekend for the first time ever? Pickleball. I'm pretty effing good at it. And I go, there's no way everyone is pretty good at it.
No, but do you know how fast it was going? It was like, da, 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 da.
Yeah, I know.
And
That's
why.
why.
Boom, 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 boom.
That's why everyone hates it.
And with tennis, it's like I have to work on the backhand and the forehand, and I have to figure out where I'm putting my hands and all that stupid crap. And this is you're just reacting. And then every time it went in the place I wanted it to go.
Stacey, please tell me you're a child. Good morning.
Hi, I'm not a child, but I am long-lost pickleball captain. Did you ever recall back when you were interested in having a team? I was your pickleball captain.
Okay,
Allie?
yes. We did put together a team called the L.A. Bodgers based on this woman, Eileen Bodger, who broke her foot playing pickleball. And she, just like Allie, also goes, I just got really good at it really quickly.
Yeah.
And we named our team after her, but we never actually put the team together. And we did draft some people that claimed they wanted to be on our team. And yes, Stacey, I do remember you were going to be our coach. You've got experience in the world of pickleball, or we hired you with no experience?
No, I'm an experienced pickleball player. Allie's right. It's fun. You're both right. It's fun because anybody can do it immediately, but it does take a while to get good at it. That's why people like it.
So you will coach me?
Yeah.
So I need 2 weeks or a certain period of time to coach with Stacey.
Hold on, I got an 8-year-old.
Until I'm ready for my first matchup.
I have an 8-year-old on the phone. Hold on. Gary, are you 8? Hello, Gary?
Hey, Klein, what's going on?
There's no 8-year-old named Gary.
You don't sound 8. Man, your balls dropped early, dude. Go ahead, 8-year-old
There are no
Gary.
Garys anymore.
You want me to hand off my 8-year-old?
Yeah, is your 8-year-old there?
Yeah, I got to put him on speaker, though. Sorry, I'm driving.
Is he played pickleball before ever?
No, go ahead, sir.
Hey, what's your name?
I thought you have it.
How many
Say
times?
you haven't? He's already lying.
No, he said.
Well, this is BS, dude.
Hold on.
This guy.
Hold on, young child.
Gary's up to shenanigans. I don't like this.
What's your name, boy?
Doyle.
Doyle?
Doyle.
Oh, Doyle rules. Love it. Hey, you want to play Allie in pickleball, and we'll put a bunch of money up for grabs, and you just got to beat her. You've played before?
Yes.
Okay.
This kid is he's really good. I can tell.
Do you have your own pickleball equipment, young boy?
No.
Okay, so you don't even have his own equipment.
He's being told what to say by Gary. I am not into this.
What are you talking about?
Move on to the next person.
You want to battle?
I need to approve of the child.
You want to battle 11-year-old twins?
Maybe.
Hold on. Hey, hang tight. Doyle, we're not done with you yet.
11 seems a little old.
Hey, shut up.
What? They're tiny.
Jeff.
Yeah.
You have twins?
Yes, sir.
Conjoined or?
I'll take them if they're conjoined.
I'd love Allie to battle some conjoined twins on the court. Are they separated?
It's just my legacy of beating disabled
are they,
people at sports.
The same woman that beat the one. She beat the one-handed man at pool, and now she's taking on conjoined twins.
Do anything for a little
Are they
recognition.
connected or separate, Jeff?
Physically separated. Emotionally, I'm not so sure.
Are they guys or girls?
One of each.
Oh,
boy, girl.
great. Al, you can't even play one of your little BS things. They got one of each.
What?
A boy and a girl.
BS
Well,
what?
You can't say, oh, it's 2 boys against me or 2 girls.
Okay, but hold on a minute. Are they pickleball experienced?
I would say a little bit, yes.
When
They're
you
in
say,
the car. They're in the car. Do you want to talk to them?
yeah, please do. Yes.
Allie, what happened to your confidence?
Yeah, you were quite a prodigy 5 seconds ago.
I want to.
You just get.
I'm confident if I play an
You said
inexperienced
I'll play 2
driver.
kids. Hey, 11-year-old twins. Good morning.
Good morning.
Sorry, your dad makes you listen to this show. Are you open to battling Allie in one game of pickleball?
Of course. Yeah.
Do you guys have your own equipment?
Yeah.
See, that's BS. They have their own
They're
equipment.
going to destroy you.
Yeah, that's not.
That's not what?
Allie, let's get
Prodigy?
let's get it on the court. It's one prodigy versus 2 children.
All right, I'm not going against 2 experienced 11-year-olds.
How experienced are you? They're 11. How experienced
They're
can they
11.
be?
Yeah,
what-
but like, when they get into something like Roblox, they're like super good at it in 2 weeks because that's all they think about.
young
I have a life.
Young children.
Yeah.
How long have you been playing pickleball?
Like, I don't know. Like, it's pretty inconsistent when you play.
Yeah, and which one of you is better?
Me.
Mhm.
Do you play competitively?
No.
You think you could beat Allie for $1,000?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Great. All right.
They sound so bored by it.
Hold on. Jeff, get your kids on the ready.
Hey,
Allie.
208 said Cripple. This is Cripple Cody. I'll take on Allie.
Oh, Cripple Cody. Get him on the phone.
Now that I'm interested in.
that guy
Now
can't-
I have a system.
The guy
I have
can't
a
even use his
strategy in
arms.
my mind.
The guy can't even get in the kitchen unless we build a ramp. All right, listen. Hold on, everyone. This is exciting. Allie, the quote pickleball prodigy that played for the first time over the weekend and claims that she is her words, not ours, prodigy. Is about. We got to get a court. I don't want Vanessa. Top priority now. We'll get a bunch of your little tiny towels out there on the court. So if anyone's sweating, we got. In fact, if anyone can help us get a court, if anyone has access, I don't want this to. Let's do this week.
What about me and the coach, my coach, playing you and your child?
No, I'm not. No. You cannot find now someone that's like a skilled
ringer.
What advice do you have, Stacey? You heard all the kids battling, challenging Allie. Do you think she has a chance based on the confidence we heard from those children?
No, she doesn't.
Oh.
That's your coach for you.
Klein, Allie, Show.
The world famous KROQ.
KROQ. The world's largest.
No, I don't. Obviously.
This is so funny. Listen how disappointed Allie is when she gets cut off again.
If you'd like to keep talking about music, events, or anything fun, let's do it.
Why don't we do?
All right, well, there you have it.
I almost got her.
Yeah, almost. That was
I don't know
Allie.
if you could do better.
Allie getting rejected by AI.
Klein Alley Show.
We had a bit of an issue with my thing because the first, I don't know if there was a glitch in the system. The glitch is usually on me. This is the one that doesn't count, and then we'll give you my actual conversation that counts. But I don't know what happened. They switched out my girl. Maybe she showed up and saw me and switched out. Listen, this is a weird thing that happened, but take a listen because I think you guys may enjoy this. This is as I was getting set up to go after Allie went.
All right, say who you're meeting.
All right, I'm meeting. Everyone get out of here. I got to hit on this girl quietly. I didn't like the fact that everyone was hovering around me in the office. I was trying to actually feel like I was trying
You wanted to be in the zone.
I wanted to be in the zone, and I had everyone hovering over me as I was trying to be in the zone with this AI chatbot I was going to start flirting with, so I needed everyone to leave. I can't let you hear my game.
This is Klein's,
Lucy is 43. I'm meeting her at a food stand in Taipei. Even the scenario.
You would never be. You'd be at a food stand, yes,
Yeah.
but not in Taipei.
No, I'm not going. I'm not talking to Lucy. Like, it's just not happening. But okay, so this is the scenario they gave me, and I'm ready to now flirt with Lucy from a food stand in Taipei. All right, here we go.
We'll walk out. We're all walking
You got the last one, didn't you? That tamarind candy is my favorite. Perfect balance of sweet and tangy. What luck that you... Well, luck does have its moments, but I must say, that snack's my little secret pleasure. Do you come here often for street food, or is this a one-time adventure?
So I'm really confused right now.
What the hell just happened?
Her accent changed like 5 times.
Yeah, I'm so confused because I think I'm talking to Lucy, this 42-year-old who likes street candy, and then this woman comes in out of nowhere.
Do you come here often for street food, or is this a one-time adventure?
Are you a magician or something? What the hell happened? Hold on, her voice all changed.
Wait, what's with the accent?
I don't know.
know why she has
I just lost 2 points somehow. Wait. And the way the game goes is you either get points or lose points based on how good you are at the flirting. And I guess
and right now it's picking up everything you're saying on the microphone.
And everything else that you guys are saying in the background. So. Come back.
I'm here to help. If you have any questions or need assistance, please don't hesitate to ask. If you're feeling overwhelmed, remember to speak to a trusted friend or a professional for support.
They think you need a professional.
I didn't even say anything, and next thing I know, I'm getting like the warning to go talk to professional help. I got like that wasn't even a woman flirting. That's like the doctor on the thing.
Well, it was a regressive response because she's like, "Oh, do you come here often?" And you're like, "What are you, a magician?" Well,
I was saying it because she changed from this like pleasant little voice.
I know, but that's not what they don't know that. Recommendations.
So now they shut me down. Oh, let's do it again.
Retry.
So now I do a retry.
It's the saddest rejection music, by the way.
I know. Here's my now. This is
Gives
once
you
again,
bad techno.
It's called the game. It's on. I guess it's on Tinder, but the idea is it's supposed to let you know if you're any good at flirting in real life. Because I think it's a lost art form now because everyone's just texting back and forth and swiping. So here we go. All right, I'm going to meet Grace at a restaurant in North Carolina. About to meet Grace at a restaurant in North Carolina.
Let's put him eating food somewhere else.
Yeah, I guess they could tell by how fat my thumbs felt on the phone that these were all scenarios that.
All right, let's do a food stand in Boston.
I'm now in North Carolina about to meet Grace at a restaurant. Great. She's a project manager and she's 44. So let's go.
Bless your heart. Looks like we got ourselves a little mixed up here. No worries. Looks like neither of us was expecting that. Hope you're enjoying your meal. What did you end up ordering?
I got the shrimp and grits. Hold the grits, hold the shrimp. I'm on a diet.
Shrimp and grits without the shrimp and grits, huh? So you got a fancy plate and not much. How's the diet going for you?
You tell me. You can feast with your eyes.
Oh, well, God. Bless your heart.
Hey, hold on. She's buying it. Guys,
bless your heart means go F yourself, by the way.
Well, we don't know what it means.
No, I think that it's like one of the biggest insults in the South.
Wait till you hear how great this conversation goes. I think Grace could be my soulmate. And I only had a little conversation with her.
So you started off with hold the shrimp, hold the grits.
I was trying to, yeah, that's right.
So you're starting off with little like dumb jokes.
That's right. Dumb jokes.
But see,
dumb jokes. Because Grace seemed like a dummy.
My method is the dumb jokes come later. You start off with just general conversation.
Everyone's got their own technique, right?
Feasting with my eyes is about all I can do with this colorful empty plate.
What's
the most fun part of your diet? Getting to try new flavors or just figuring out what works for you?
Well, I came here for the lunch, but it looks like we're skipping right to the dessert.
Oh. A skip to dessert? Now that sounds like a plan. What's your favorite sweet treat to indulge in, even on a diet?
Apparently it's Grace.
Well, sweet treats do have a way of making life a bit brighter. How about we share a dessert recommendation for each other?
This woman's accent is horrible.
Allie, let's focus on the game.
She is. I mean, it's very inconsistent.
Whatever. Forget about it. I've broken her down
like,
now.
What are we gonna do this time? I'm like, what are you doing?
I get her in with a dumb joke. Next thing you know, we're talking.
She seems to be very much ignoring your dumb jokes.
No, they're sharing dessert
we're
now.
We're share dessert. Do you know what that means? Share dessert. Do you know what that means?
You're sharing spit.
That's like share dessert is like that's the gateway to sex. Well, maybe even more.
Slap me like a pig and call me silly.
How about we share a dessert recommendation for each other? What's one treat you always enjoy?
She's talking to you like you're a child. That's what she thinks you're a kid.
Wrong.
Why don't we share a dessert? What's one thing that makes you...
What's one treat you always enjoy?
She's being playful. Butt stuff?
Butterscotch? You say that's a sweet choice.
She agreed with me.
She's into butt stuff.
She loves it too. She said it. She calls it butterscotch, but whatever.
That's fine.
She's a Southern thing.
That's a sweet choice. It's got that rich, creamy flavor that's hard to beat. Do you
Does
like
it really?
Hey, guys, I think this date is going. This may be the best date I've ever been on in my whole life. I'm serious.
Do you like it in candies or maybe in a warm dessert to finish off a meal?
Ooh.
And don't judge me if I say, hello. Well, there she goes.
See?
I guess we're having sex now. Nice. Big win. So
We're having sex.
I think that was a great, successful date.
I think she was
laughed.
just yesing you and
Yesing
then
me.
immediately like, oh, yeah, totally. Oh, let's get the dessert butterscotch. Let me just go to the restroom. And then you run away. That's what she did.
You think that's runaway music?
Oh, yes.
She said, I'm creamy on the inside. Let's
No,
get in. And then all of a sudden the music started.
She was pretending she didn't hear your butt stuff comment, and then she was trying to get the hell out of there.
Tomorrow we'll find out how Vanessa does. Vanessa, it's your turn, and then we'll see how the Riz Master does, Postmaster Johnny. Everyone's going to get a chance to do some flirting with the bots. And so far, I would say I have a high score.
Absolutely not. I did better than you did.
No.
She was saying, I'm going to stop by one of your events sometime. That's what she literally said.
The second you tried to get flirty, she said, let's keep this respectful and conversational. That's like the biggest rejection there is.
I would rather have someone reject me to my face than say, oh, great, and then leave and play techno music.
Well,
I think we've both failed.
we're not great with robots or humans.
No.
Klein, Alley, Show! Mornings on KROQ!
106.7 KROQ.
Vanessa, who is single and constantly on the prowl.
The one who is having these conversations more than either of us.
I would think
we're way out of the game.
Right. I think she would be doing great here. So here is Vanessa. And what was the scenario they gave you, Vanessa, when you signed up for the interactive dating?
Like he was in a market, I believe.
Q?
Oh, no, the guy was in a market.
Okay, you met a man at a market.
Uh-huh.
What type of market? Like a grocery store?
Like a flea.
A flea.
Like a flea?
A flea market.
A flea market. Okay. This is the... Jesus Christ. This is the conversation. I bet you he probably thought he was talking to a bot. I think I probably got confused.
He's like, I'm getting scammed.
This is Vanessa and her attempt. We want to see which one of us spits the best game. And this is Vanessa flirting with the man that she met at the flea market. He's virtual. She's real, but the conversation's happening in real time.
Hey there. See that booth over there? Those handcrafted earrings caught my eye. Beautiful craftsmanship. What kind of DIY projects are you into?
That's your opening line? What are you saying?
Ew.
Is that sex voice?
I don't know what that is.
That was my tired voice.
Oh, that's your tired voice. Sounds like you're trying to flirt with him. You're you're like nagging him a little bit. But okay, anyway, he he takes the bait.
I was just admiring the craftsmanship of those earrings.
He sounds like he's hurt by that. Like,
It sounds like he's just trying to sell her some earrings.
Is this his booth?
I think this is his booth.
Yeah.
That's your opening line? What are you saying?
I was just admiring.
He gives her like the
I'm saying I work here. Do you want the stupid earrings or not?
Yeah, Venmo or Zelle is what I'm saying, bitch.
I was just admiring the craftsmanship of those earrings. I'm really into DIY projects myself. Building, painting, you name it. What's your favorite kind of project?
I really like to, I'm currently working on learning.
We will do your news now, and then the very first thing we do when the news is done is get you into MyChem Dodger Stadium on July 27th. So be ready to win those tickets. The first pair of tickets is KROQ blows out tickets all day long, every single hour. New bands, new venues right here in Southern California. Just be ready for your chance to win. But first, let's do your news.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
At this point, immigrants are looking left and right to see who has got their back right now. And the Dodgers, though they've been killing it on the field, have been very quiet and very careful not to comment on the situation as not to ruffle anybody's feathers. Dave Roberts has been asked about it multiple times in interviews, and he just kind of says, hey, I hope we can be a welcome distraction for people. This weekend, things got in the weeds a little bit because they had asked a Latina singer, Neza, to do the national anthem. And the Dodgers organization explicitly told her to sing it in English after she had told them she had planned on doing it in Spanish, which made sense for her as a Latina artist and for many other reasons. And then, so she posted a video of them telling her, so, we're actually going to do it in English. And her going, oh, okay, and being surprised. And then she decided to sing it in Spanish anyway.
English? Do you speak?
Right. The lady kind of did sound like that.
That's the video?
She was like, so I don't know if you heard, but we are going to do it in English today. English. Can you speak my language?
Oh, Jesus. That video is problematic.
It is kind of how it sounded and looked. So anyway, that video has been viewed over 9 million times, and now this is a follow-up video that Neza put on her TikTok, kind of explaining her mindset and what it was like.
Yeah, I just could not believe when she walked in and told me no, but I just felt like I needed to do it. Para mi gente. Safe to say I'm never allowed in that stadium ever again.
So it's kind of interesting because the Dodgers, I mean, normally baseball teams want to stay out of politics, right? And then it's like, oh, when you win, do you get invited to the White House? Do you go? It's a big political statement if you don't. And you generally just want to stay out of things. And everything is political now. But it is interesting that this behind the scenes, they're going, no, we want you to do it in English, even though you're a Latina singer. Now that actually does make a statement.
And I guess the question would have been, was the plan all along? Obviously, right now we're in the middle of all this heated immigration conversation, the ICE raids, etc. Was the plan, when they had booked her to do the national anthem, that she was going to do it in Spanish? Because had that happened just on a random night at Dodger Stadium, I wouldn't have thought that was weird at all. I've
Me
been
neither.
at many stadiums before where they've taken liberties. One time Flea went out and just played the national anthem, no words at all. It happens all the time. And this is what it ended up sounding like, so...
If everybody had an ocean across the USA, then everybody be surfing like California, yeah. You see them wearing their baggies.
Bob, please stand by the way, guys.
Huarachi sandals too. A bushy blonde hairdo. Surfing USA.
That's beautiful.
They say bushy is problematic.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that was a beautiful rendition. All right, I'm not a successful musician by any stretch, but I would imagine one of the best feelings is to hear the news that one of your deep cuts from years ago is all of a sudden a huge success.
Oh, we have that deep cut.
There it is.
You catch them surfing at Delmar. Inside, outside, Ventura County line. Inside, outside, USA. Santa Cruz and Tresless. Inside, outside, you. Australia's Narrabeen.
I love it. I'm twisting. I'm doing the white lady twist. So this has happened with Fleetwood Mac Dreams. This has happened with Running Up That Hill by Kate Bush. And now the song Let Down by Radiohead, which is decades old, is now on 4 different Billboard charts thanks to TikTok. And if you're into the band at all, this might sound like a familiar song to you. This is Let Down. Which is probably what put it on people's radar, but it just, take one person to put it up properly on TikTok in a video, and then all of a sudden everyone else is following suit. And it is now on the Hot Rock song list at number 14. It's on the Hot Alternative Songs and Hot Rock and Alternative Songs ranking number 8 and 20, and it's also creeping up on the Hot 100.
So I'm sure we'll be playing that on K-Rock.
Yes, we will.
Because they get real excited here when a K-Rock band all of a sudden becomes TikTok big.
Especially, deep cut.
Spike it. You got to spike it.
And Radiohead's great, but they don't necessarily have that many hugely big charting hits. So the fact that that's happening now, good for them.
Let's get you into a brand new hour of the show right now. And the very first thing we do is send you to a massive K-Rock band. Summer ticket blowout can officially begin. Caller 20, I'm looking for you now.
Klein Alley Show.
106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous K-Rock.
That is the sound of summer tickets being blown out. Starting right now, every hour, all day, all week long here at K-Rock. Think of your favorite band. They're probably playing a show somewhere within the sound of our voice, and we would love to get you to the shows. Every hour, it'll be a new band, new set of tickets, and we're blowing them out all summer long. Right now, great one to start with, MyChem Dodger Stadium. So there you go. Will they be singing in English or Spanish? We don't know.
And 831 has a good point. Next time Allie does the national anthem, can she do it in Spanish? Yes.
God, that would be great.
I would absolutely love to do it en español.
Allie was asked to do the national anthem last year at a Galaxy game and has yet to be asked back. And we've sent that tape to every professional sporting team in all of Southern California, and they have all respectfully declined.
And I thought that would be a good side hustle, because if you do national anthems on a regular basis, you can make good money.
You do the math on just how many games there are and how many national anthems there needs.
And think about the Pride nights that I could have been invited to.
Yeah, you got
get paid for Galaxy.
No, I did not. But once you get good at it, you do eventually get paid.
Yeah, she did not pay, but she's actually lost money because she bought all those cookies, the bucket of cookies that your wife left behind. You made her go back
Oh my God,
for.
that's right.
Caroline's
What is it, Dorothy's
cookies or whatever.
or Caroline?
Those are delicious, whatever they were. Anyway, Allie's more than available to start singing the national anthems again. Try to get that side hustle
In
up
any
and running.
language.
It's her fifth side hustle that has resulted in a total of $0.
I'm not
She's
good
doing
at
it
side
wrong.
hustles.
Let's go ahead and say hi to caller 20, which puts us in the city of Torrance, I believe. Good morning. Is this Fernando?
This is Fernando. How you doing?
Fernando, hi. You're on the air right now. We're on KROQ. It's Klein Alley's show, and more importantly, you are caller 20.
Oh, great, guys. Thanks. My daughter's going to play it.
MyChem, Dodger Stadium. You get the first pair of tickets as part of KROQ's summer ticket blowout. Hold on. Enjoy those tickets. Are you going with her, or she gets to bring a friend?
I hope I'm going with her.
All right. That'd be messed up if you go, I got us tickets. And she goes, great, Dad. You're staying home. I'm going with someone else. Hold on 1 second, and we'll have another pair of tickets for you coming up next hour. Next time it's Offspring out of the gate. But all day long, I'm just looking at this list. You want to see some Beck? You want to see some 21 Pilots? Lots of choices. Turnstile, we got those tickets all for you coming up. Right now, some Green Day. It is KROQ. We are Klein Alley's show. Summer hours rolling on today. Go, Vanessa, any news to report? Any deliveries come through the office this morning that we should be aware of?
Yes, the tiny towels arrived. There's a couple in there.
A couple? That box was massive. I saw
There's
it.
a lot. There's a full box.
Yeah, so I'm just saying we have no shortage of tiny towels to give to everyone who wants one for any reason
Not
at all.
everyone that wants one.
Some guy on the text line, listen to this proposition. Klein, you want to bet on the number of Shohei strikeouts tonight in his Dodgers pitching debut? I'm setting the line at 5.5. You can pick the over or under. If I win, I get a tiny towel. If you win, $20. Someone's actually, they want to gamble for the tiny towels.
So what are you going to do?
I think Shohei's first pass, I think he's going to have a good 5.5 is a tough line. It's a lot of strikeouts to throw. I wonder how many innings he's actually going to pitch, too. I mean,
maybe it's just for the, ooh, cool, he's pitching, and then it's like 2 or 3 innings.
I would take the under. I'll take that bet with 310. I'll take the under. Under 5.5.
So if you win, you get $20, and if you lose, he gets a tiny towel.
Tiny towel. You're in.
So much at stake here.
You can, I'm not really supposed to gamble with the listeners on the air, but it's so much fun.
I think you were already told not to.
Yes, a few
And
times.
I think you're already in the hole with another guy, right?
Yes, I am. A lot of money.
How?
It started with.
How big has that?
Got over 1,000.
Oh,
pretty quickly.
no.
Yeah, it was. It started with like a simple $100 bet. I think a $50 bet on the Tyson Jake Paul fight. Logan Paul fight, whatever that fight was.
Gotten worse.
And I think I went like 9. I lost 9 in a row bets with the guy, double or nothing. It got so big.
When will you learn that you make fun of me for saying I'm good at things that I'm not good at? Why don't you just admit that you're bad at gambling?
Because when I'm not bad at it, it feels great.
That's not a good reason.
Yeah, but
you should look. If you were in some kind of Gamblers Anonymous meeting, we would all be looking at you like denial.
Well, like Adam Scott, for instance, he was potentially going to win the U.S. Open over the weekend in golf, and I had money on him, and it looked great for a while. And I felt really good for a while. That was
on all weekend in my house when I was,
and he didn't win. But my point is he didn't win. But for a while, I felt great about my pick until he ended up losing. And then I lost.
Well, what is your point?
The point is that when it was feeling great, it felt great. Mm-hmm. And then it ended up losing. If your goal is to make money gambling, that's on you.
Isn't that everyone's goal? That's on you.
I think that some people's goal is to make money and other people's goal is to
have fun.
Well, no, everyone's goal is to make money, I guess, or else why would you do it?
Because this is now the girl math for you with gambling. Well, the amount of time that I spent betting and having fun and the time I spent at the casino, that's worth something.
Well,
in a way, I won.
Everyone can do the post-Vegas math where you kind of say you've broken even and you figure out how, and the reality is even if you lost a couple $1,000, you go, well, but the drinks were free, so it probably evened out. And someone's like, that does not work out.
No.
But you can convince yourself of that. Or you say, like, had I gone and bought tickets to, like, the Blue Man Group or whatever, that probably would have cost a couple $100, and I just gambled it all away playing blackjack. Yeah, you're probably down. If anyone who's ever said they were even in Vegas lost a ton of money. That's a fact right there.
Yeah, I would say at least a few hundred. Because my mom loses 1,000 and somehow calls herself even.
Even if sometimes I say that I'm up a little bit, that means I've still lost a lot.
But then there's also supposed to be like you can reason with yourself and be like, oh yeah, I kind of won, and then someone next to you is like, I just won $50,000.
Right. I mean,
you're like, that's what it's actually like.
I was at one of my many almost wins was the time I was at the table playing, Texas Hold'em table game, and my wife wanted to move seats because the guy's cigar kept blowing smoke in our face, and we switched seats with the guy, and then he got a royal straight flush. I watched the guy get paid out $100,000 in front of my eyes.
Yeah, and that was really losing for you.
That was
no matter which way you slice it.
But he did give us all $100.
So you're even.
So I felt like I kind of evened out over my entire career gambling.
Oh, man.
We'll have more tiny towels for you coming up because we just got another box of them. So thank you to the Print Guru, listener of the show that keeps supplying us with all sorts of good stuff to give to you, our faithful audience. And if you're a new listener, you don't know what the hell you're hearing right now, don't worry. Give it a few days. It'll make sense eventually. When we get back, is anyone on the show actually happy? There is now a new scientific quiz we will take together, and you're more than welcome to join us. This is the happiest season of the year, supposedly.
Yes.
So let's figure out if any of us are actually happy. You can do it with us. We'll do it after this.
Good life! Stop bullying Klein. He's just a 5'8" man trying to share his emotions in a 5.5 minute video. He poured his heart out about LA.
Hey guys, it's a junket message. What happens with blind people when they have to evacuate? You can't drive away and can't run away. What do you do?
1-844-956-GOAT is the GOAT line. GOAT line!
Ladies and gentlemen,
KROQ.
No down payment, no monthly fees, just questionable decisions and a whole lot of wristbands on a KROQ summer ticket blowout. Listen every hour from 9 to 6 to win your way into the hottest KROQ shows, including Turnstile at Exposition Park October 4th. Lord at the Kia Forum October 18th.
Never be royal.
Bleachers at Great Park Live October 25th. Heim at the Kia Forum October 9th. Back with the Pacific Symphony at the OC Fair July 30th. And more. A different show every hour on a KROQ summer ticket blowout. Courtesy of Golden Voice.
Hey, this is Beck. Keep it on KROQ to win.
Need an accident attorney by your side.
How to crochet. I like to color. But basically that's it.
Crochet sounds relaxing.
He's already
and fun.
cutting her off.
Yeah.
That's enough, sweetie.
This is just the woman's real wordy.
But basically that's it.
Crochet sounds relaxing and fun. Coloring, too. Great ways to unwind.
This guy's just trying to sleep with her.
Yeah, but
I love crocheting also.
Right. I could just imagine me being out with someone that's talking about their love of crocheting and the amount of follow-ups I'd have to ask where all I'm thinking about the whole time is how much do I have to hear about crocheting before we're banging. Yeah.
Have you made anything cool recently?
Oh, God. Have you made it? But by the way, this is exactly what a guy would do. Girl starts talking about crocheting.
Tell me more.
Yeah.
No, I can only basically just make one long braid, but it's not a braid, a long crochet braid.
That's awesome.
You are fascinating. Why don't we take this out of here?
It's the definition, not awesome.
I can literally do nothing except pull the string a really long distance. It's a braid, but it's also not a braid.
That's awesome.
Awesome. That is awesome. Man, that guy needs it bad.
A long crochet braid shows patience and skill.
It
Shows patience and skill. Man, this guy's good. This guy's going to win this whole game.
Yeah,
thing.
he should get laid.
Each piece gets better with practice. What's your next crochet project going to be?
Oh, my God.
I'm thinking of quitting.
That's also awesome. Quitting is awesome.
But, yeah, I have no project in mind.
Hey, don't give up just yet. Sometimes taking a little break and finding some inspiration can help. You might discover a new craft or pick up crocheting again when the time feels right.
Thank you. That is so sweet. What about you? What do you like to do?
Oh, conversation's turning.
Okay,
She's
it's
already
getting flirty.
She's already chatted longer than either of us, Sally. You know, both of us got cut off by the music after about a minute. She's already now a minute 20, and she's still talking with this guy.
Right. Well, we were focusing on trying to pick up the other person, and she's just talking about
She's
herself.
just having a boring conversation about crocheting.
I enjoy diving into DIY projects, especially those that involve woodwork or restoring old furniture.
Oh, hipster hot.
You think he's not gay?
No, woodworking. That's like either gay or burly man stuff.
He's got an obnoxious mustache.
You think so? Like he looks like a Mumford & Sons guy or Lumineer?
Exactly.
Plus, I love exploring local craft fairs like this one.
Gay.
Well, or like an ex-carny.
Always something unique to discover.
Nice. What's the coolest thing you have found at a thrift shop?
Once I found it.
Oh, boy.
What?
Vanessa.
Say it more sexy. Say it more sexy. Thrift shop.
Nice. What's the coolest thing you have found at a thrift shop?
She's like putting her finger over his lips.
Yeah. Thrift shop. By the way, if you listen closely, my theory is this guy, even though he's a bot, I think he's gay. He breaks into gay voice. Now listen to this.
Once I found an old wooden...
You hear that?
Once
All of a sudden, the guy, he's talking, he can't fight it.
Hold on, it's Alan, my husband. Hi. Anyway, see ya.
Vanessa thinks she's flirting with his bot. The guy's clearly, he's into restoration of old furniture. And then just when maybe he's just hipster hot. He goes, once? Listen to this.
Thrift shop.
Once I found an old wooden chest, beautifully carved.
It was a
and
man's
nearly
chest.
Covered in hair.
It had so much character. gave it a fresh coat of polish.
I bet you did. But you lacquered that chest right
No
up.
wonder he was interested in the crocheting.
And it looked amazing. Perfect blend of history and craftsmanship.
Cool. Have you ever found out? That's it. Just cool.
Men love confidence.
Vanessa, what happened? You seem all tongue-tied. You know this.
What am I gonna say? Awesome, dude.
Were you getting nervous talking, even though it's just a AI bot? You felt kind of like you're nervous, right? I mean, it felt like there were real stakes there.
I wasn't nervous.
You
I just
sound
didn't know
nervous.
what to say.
That's it. Just cool.
Thanks. If you like discovering unique finds, keep exploring. There's always a hidden gem waiting to be uncovered.
Are you telling me you're the hidden gem I'm waiting to uncover?
Ooh, just get right to
that's quite the compliment. I might be a good find at a craft fair, but discovering new things,
You got the wrong genitals for me, though. Sorry, sweetie.
whether it's crafts or people, keeps life exciting.
I agree, my friend. I totes agree.
Absolutely. It's always fun to embrace new experiences and connections. So, what else has caught your eye at the fair today?
Oh my God!
You have.
Oh, you shut her down. Listen to this.
Okay. You didn't even ask me out.
Oh, Vanessa's so bummed out. Well, there you have it. That's flirt day number 3. Tomorrow, I think it's the Rizmaster himself, Postmaster Johnny, will take a shot at it.
Man, he really sideswiped that. Come on at the end.
Yeah.
Are you saying you're my hidden gems? There's all kinds of gems. Bye.
Awesome. All right. Well, there you have it. That's Vanessa's turn at flirting with the AI technology.
Klein Alley Show. KROQ, the world famous KROQ.
I think Jake was the next guy up to give it a shot. And Jake, you don't think yours went well, or it did go well?
It went fine.
Oh, boy.
It went fine.
Should we
well, I would love to hear it, but Vanessa tells me it's in today's podcast folder, and I cannot see it in there.
All right, look again.
Oh, boy. It's impossible for us to even get a show together. I mean, we're trying so hard to make it happen. And the audio, Jake went on this date with, and apparently, I didn't realize this, but I guess he doesn't have Tinder on his phone, Jake, so he had to use Vanessa's phone. And because Vanessa is on Tinder
Because of this game.
don't defend it. You were on Tinder before this game.
No, I wasn't.
But because Vanessa is identified as a straight female, the only options that Jake had for his date were other guys.
Nice.
So this is not, if you remember when we took Jake to Love Island, he also only had a conversation with other guys.
Oh, yeah, with Vance. That's why we met Vance.
Right. And Vance, I don't think you're going to ever do better than Vance. I mean, Jake, let's be honest. Vance was the love of your life.
I mean, he was written for me, so it makes sense that we connected.
I mean, yeah, we put in all the information about Jake and said create a soulmate, and this was Vance.
Hi, my name is Vance. I love Magic the Gathering, Tool, and guys until they can't walk straight. I also like nature.
All of Jake's favorite things, -1. So the idea that Jake was back at it again now, potentially back at it again with a new love interest.
All right, hold on.
We're going to listen to this in a second. This is the first time any of us have ever heard it. Jake is being very tight-lipped about how it went. But I just want to point out, and he wants everyone to know, he didn't choose to do this with another guy. This was because he had to use Vanessa's phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm not a perv. I don't have Tinder on my phone.
Right. But you are fully single again right now, right?
I am, yeah.
So fully single.
And when Vanessa uploaded Tinder, I got to say there were some, very attractive ladies on there.
Well, of course. They always give you, out of the gate, some really good-looking ones. You can't actually find them when you start paying for the app. But, when they're trying to get you to spend some money, you're going to
you got to pay for Tinder?
I think so. Here's Jake.
I don't got Tinder money.
This is Jake attempting to now flirt with, this is all through the new game called the Game to see if he's any good at actually flirting. What was the situation they gave you? Did they tell you what it was?
Yeah, it was like a laundromat in New Mexico. The guy named, I forget, Grayson or something. I accidentally grabbed his bag or I don't know.
All right, here we go.
At the laundromat in Las Cruces, you accidentally grab a laundry bag that doesn't belong to you. Grayson, a pharmacist, with a calm demeanor, approaches you with a raised eyebrow and a gentle smile.
Let's see how Jake's flirting is now. It's at the game.
Hey there. Looks like you've got the wrong bag. I'm Grayson. Can't let you walk off with my laundry, can I? What are the odds of that happening?
Yeah, crazy. I'm glad you caught me.
I could listen to Jake flirt with male bots all day.
I'm glad we sorted that out. So what brings you to the laundromat? Just doing your laundry, or is it a whole wash and fold adventure?
That's a great guess. You're absolutely right.
Well, I'm always up for some good conversation while waiting for the laundry to finish.
Hasn't KROQ, Klein Alley Show. Think of this question for a second. How would you truthfully answer it? Are you happy? I think most people go, yeah, like certain things are cool. Certain days are a bit good. Other days not so good. And maybe you go, well, currently the news is a little sad, so I'm not happy as today. But yesterday, maybe you spent a lot of time with your family, Father's Day. You're happy. Or you lost your dad this year, so you're sad. You're bummed out. I feel like happiness is one of those waves. It's sometimes up, sometimes way down, right?
Yeah, but then there are like happy people.
All the time.
That are just always happy. Even though there are unhappy things happening, they just, nope, everything's happy. I think
of my dog a lot of times, and I go, this dog is like, it just seems dumb and happy constantly. Just happy and dumb always.
I do think that dumber people are happier.
Unless it's garbage truck day, in which case he's freaked out and scared. But outside of Wednesday, he is the happiest dog on the planet.
Well, and we're always trying to find ways to be happier, right? You have all these articles that are out about like people who get up at 4 a.m. are happier, and people who don't have roommates are happier, and all kinds of things.
So we're gonna see if any of us are actually happy, and you're more than welcome to take this with us. 7 questions will determine how happy you are. Everyone's got to keep track of their own scores here, but let's go ahead and we'll go through some of these on the air live, and then we'll do the math off the air. Here we go, Allie. Let me start with this one. Do you usually wake up excited to tackle a new day? First thing out of the gate in the morning. Is your first emotion happiness, excited, or is it like dread?
No.
Dread.
I'm not dread. I'm like meh. I feel like that's great, isn't it?
No, not according to your score, but meh is not anywhere near the top
I'm just
few
like,
scores.
all right, it's time for another day. I'm not particularly excited to tackle on the day. If there's something specific on the show that we're doing that I'm really excited about, then yeah, I feel more like that, but I'm never dreading.
Omar, your first reaction when you wake up in the morning?
I usually run through the list of, because my mind always kind of races, even though I'm asleep, so that when I instantly wake up, I kind of like, I'm already going through the list of things I have to do. So I'm already anxious about I'm already kind of like anxious about the day. Not necessarily in a negative way, but I'm just like, oh man, I gotta, do this, and that.
It's interesting to hear both of us explain away our negatives and then say as not negatives.
Real defensive.
I wouldn't say it's bad. It's not dread,
based
but
on the
it's
scoring
just
system, you
generalized
guys
anxiety.
are not getting a lot of points for this one. Jake, I feel like you wake up happy.
Oh, yeah, in the morning, though, I just yell the F word really loud and then get on with my day.
Who are you yelling the F word at?
Just the universe,
Oh.
to the ether.
I was reading something the other day about how people who live alone are the happiest. So, Jake,
I'm happy when I wake up out of my nap.
You're happy, in the afternoon after your nap.
Yeah, because then I can look forward to what I want to do during that part of the day.
It's funny. I was thinking about the way I would answer this, and usually I have a premature wake up before the real wake up. And the premature wake up, when I wake up and go, oh my God, I got to get up. And sometimes I go, oh, it's only 3:30 in the morning. I can sleep for another hour.
Then you feel ready to tackle on the day when you know that it's not started yet.
I feel really excited. I go through shock and panic like the rest of you, but then I have a moment of like, oh, quick, another hour. And then that's a great feeling.
Yeah, that is
And then before I know it, it's then the real time to wake up.
Yeah.
And then usually anger is what hits me first, too.
I feel like that question only applies when you wake up with nothing really that you need to do. Like a Saturday morning wake up, I feel excited to tackle on the day because I don't have a lot of responsibilities.
Oh, I hate Saturday.
Why? Saturday's the best wake up of the whole week.
Because that's the day that I get hit with like, oh, wait, hold on. One kid's got a soccer thing. One kid's got a birthday party. I didn't get a present yet. I got to go to Target. That's when I get hit with all. And then I go, oh, and it's Saturday and I should be doing something fun.
Oh.
Saturday's real depressing.
That's dread.
All right, I don't think any of us got good scores on question 1. That's not good.
Are we doing this 7 times?
Yeah. Well, some of them are easier questions than that one. Question 2. How often do you find yourself daydreaming of a better life? Allie.
Probably once a month.
Once a month.
I just think about what would have happened if I had continued on the path that I wanted to continue on.
What, the barista path?
No, that was a path I didn't really intend on continuing.
Which path?
Acting. acting and voiceover and stuff. If I had really just said, no, I don't want to do anything else, this is... Or Broadway. If I had stayed in New York and decided I was going to continue on until I made it onto Broadway and won a Tony Award, what would my life have been like?
It's miserable.
Probably.
You're going to be playing pickleball against children. Don't you realize how much better your life's
I'm living
got?
the best life I can.
There's no, you think Manuel Miranda guy is playing pickleball against children? No, he's not. You will be.
Well, I just... Yeah.
Omar, how often do you daydream about living a better life?
Like a better life? I'm in a weird kind of like, point in my life where I'm like, kind of starting to think about what my next thing is. But that's not necessarily better. I'm pretty happy with my life. I'm going to say, not that often. I think more about changing my life, but not necessarily for the better. I don't really daydream about that sort of stuff, I guess.
Current score.
We don't have time to daydream.
Current
Soul
score
sucking.
is Ali is -6. Omar's at -3. None of us have gotten above 0 right now. Jake, do you daydream? You live in a shack. If anyone should daydream about a better life, it would be
I have
you.
the worst car in the garage, and I live in a shack. How often do you think I think of a better life?
I don't know. I feel like you have embraced this as all part of your character.
Yeah, for the show.
I think that's for survival reasons.
Yeah.
I think he has to think of it that way, or else it'll just be devastating.
818 on the text line says, I was happy until I heard you guys starting to take this quiz, and now I am sad.
707, judging by these first two questions, can tell I'm depressed.
All right. I would say daydreaming of a better life, I try to do it every day.
You try to do it every day?
Yes.
That's not a good goal.
Yeah, but it's like a fleeting thought. It's like, oh, man, look how fun that looks.
Wasn't this your dream job?
Like every time you play the lottery, right?
Yes, when I play the lottery,
everyone wants that.
Yeah, that sort of thing. I'm not exactly. Yeah, I mean, this is this. I should have set the bar a lot higher. This is all I ever wanted, and here I am, and it's great. But you do think about other things, and you go, it'd be nice. Like I see, this is that time of year where every year I've got someone I know that's like, all right, we're going to take off until August. We're going to go
right, or like,
travel.
hey, we're going to go in the yacht.
I don't think I would like travel. Like that's the thing. I'm not a guy that really has any interest in traveling so much.
No,
so,
I think you would just want to sit in a bigger house.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Or I'd like to sit in a bigger house with colder air conditioning. That's all I want.
That's a better
I'm pretty
life.
simple.
So once a day.
We go to question number 4 now. And we're not doing great, but the scores are not great so far. Is there anything currently, specific thing that you are very much looking forward to doing, excited about?
Yes. Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what is it, Omar?
I'm going ziplining on Saturday.
Whoa, cool.
Yep.
Did you build the zip line too?
No. It's at some place in Corona. My wife asked me what I wanted to do for Father's Day. I was going, let's go ziplining.
Oh, you got a deferred Father's Day too? Mm-hmm. Yeah, nice. Me too.
Yeah, why would you want to do that? That's like doesn't that crush your balls?
I don't know.
That's why Omar's doing it. He's into that sort of stuff. He loves
it does. It's hard for guys because it's that little harness crushes your balls.
Sometimes when they put that harness on you, it can make you look like you don't have a penis at all, and you have to
That's hilarious.
It's not funny. You have to readjust stuff to make it look because it's all basically just bunching up your pants.
Uh-huh.
But when you turn around to the group and they put it on in a way where it looks like you have a camel toe, it's very embarrassing. So you have to do a thing where you bunch it up to make it look like you're hung.
Okay.
Yeah,
have you done that zip lining?
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, so that's also something I've never done, so I get to knock out something on my summer bucket list.
Apparently, Klein's
all right.
not.
All right. Allie, what are you looking forward to specifically?
Showing off my package while zips on.
Hey, you got to show it off. That's a good thing to look forward to.
No, we're going to Tahoe. Tahoe's always great.
All right. Jake, what are you specifically looking forward to?
I'm less than 2 weeks away from floating my river, and I'm going to see the Pixies this weekend.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah, you do that river float every year. You got that one thing you always look forward to. You take a big sack of beers and you float down the river and you bring your beers with you and then you don't share.
Beers and a habanero beef stick, yep.
And you don't share with anyone.
Nope, I go by myself a lot of times.
Right.
You ran out of people to go with you.
he used to take his girlfriend,
I
right?
think you used to take your dog, and now you don't take your dog anymore.
It's too much to take Kibbs. That's the
Right.
one time a year I leave her, yeah.
It's kind of an unfair question to ask during the summer because people actually have plans.
Right. Well, the idea is you always want to have one thing to look for. That's the
A
key.
lot of my friends are out of town on the 4th, and that's when we're off.
What about you, Klein? Do you have anything to look forward to?
I have it.
You have that weird kids soccer tournament or something,
I have
right?
a Jersey Mike's buy one, get one sub thing that I think expires today.
That's exciting.
And I'm going to use it after the show.
You can buy one giant, get another one free after 5 p.m. at some
Not
locations.
at mine. I'm going to buy one, get one, and eat them both. So that's pretty exciting for me.
Fat Boy Klein.
So a heart attack is what you're looking
That's
for.
what I'm looking forward
Okay.
to. Moving on. Here we go. Only a few questions left. How often do you exercise for at least 20 minutes?
Oh, 6 days a week.
You do 6 days now, Allie?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Omar?
5 to 6. It all depends.
5 to 6 minutes or days?
No. 5 to 6 days.
Jake?
Why is that so hard to believe, dude?
There's so much people exercising here.
Klein was like flabbergasted that I was at the gym for more than 20 minutes
Shocked.
when we were there.
I was shocked.
He was there 15 minutes.
I saw someone, and then I saw on the way out, I was like, that person still looks kind of like Allie. It couldn't possibly be Allie. It's been 20 minutes
I
already.
was there for, I think, 30 or 40.
Jake, you always hike in the mountains, right?
Yeah, but I do like 3 to 4 times a week.
And he does his little invisible jump rope, remember?
Yeah, that's right.
I said it's push-ups.
I'm 0 to 2 times a week.
0 to 2.
I'm not going to say where in the range.
Walking to your car doesn't count.
Oh, okay. 0 to 1. All right, moving on. 2 questions left, I think. How much time do you spend on your screen every day? And this includes phone, TV, or...
Yeah.
I mean, for this
iPad.
job, though, I mean...
Right, well, it
I
doesn't
don't think work counts.
You don't think work counts?
Mm-mm.
All right,
'Cause you have to do that for your
fine.
job.
So how much leisure time do you spend scrolling
Maybe an hour.
a day?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, Omar?
I'm probably a little higher than that. I'm going to go like an hour and a half.
Jake?
Yeah, I'm somewhere around there, too. I've been doing less because Kibby's been knocking the phone out of my hand.
Oh, yeah, she's feeling neglected.
My average is about 9.5 hours of screen time a day. Way too much.
I think keep getting notifications. I keep going down.
Yeah.
Not me.
But yeah, Klein, I think that you're looking at, you're a mindless scroller.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like when your brain needs to be occupied at all times. You need stimulants.
How often do you do nice things for others?
Oh, you know what? I helped a lady at TJ Maxx take her little TJ Maxx purchase to her car.
Is that lady you?
No.
Are you talking
it was,
in the third person
it
again?
Was me. It was another lady, an old lady who was having trouble fumbling with her bags, and I helped her to her car. The problem is she couldn't remember where she parked. So it took a really long time.
Did you
and I
stay
kind
with
of
her,
regretted
or did you give up?
I just dropped the bags and ran.
All right.
No,
great.
I
Nice.
did help her.
Omar, how often do you do nice
Yeah.
things for other people?
I mean, it's usually a family member that's asking for help, whether it be, a home improvement project or, help moving or something like that. I would say maybe once a month.
Jake?
Oh, all the time. Like I held the door open for a guy at 7-Eleven yesterday, but he was going to the store next door, but still I held the door open for him.
You had a good intention. You didn't do it.
Yeah.
Jake is usually a man for himself. He doesn't really think to help people that much.
Yeah.
But then, in Vegas, there was a time where I was going to be left alone by myself, and he stayed with me until I was, he wanted to make sure I wasn't alone because
You
it wasn't
did?
really safe.
What, I was out buying you a beer or something?
No, I didn't want her to be accosted by weirdos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. God, I try to do. I mean, I'm helping Jersey Mike's stay a business later today.
You help every local business stay open because you eat at all the businesses.
That's right.
I think
So-
that's very charitable.
And I always.
You support people even though you don't want to.
That's right. You're right. I don't do it because I want to, but I do it. Final question. Here we go.
I know Vanessa hasn't answered any of these, but I feel like she's probably the happiest person.
I
on the
agree.
show.
That's why she doesn't have to answer these.
Yeah.
'Cause what is a succulent? That's the last question. Does anyone know? Now, the last question is: do you consider yourself? Well, there's 2 more. Sorry, this is a quick one. Do you consider yourself an optimist or a pessimist?
Oh God, I think I'm an optimist.
Omar,
pessimist.
Jake.
Most of the time, I'm an optimist.
Now, I
What?
consider myself a realist.
That means pessimist.
No, it means it's.
You can't pick a third option.
I am.
It's a very simple question you said.
Final question: do you feel like your life has a purpose?
Ooh, yikes. I think it did at one point.
All right, that's a good answer. Omar?
I think it does, especially,
Still does.
with children.
Oh, yeah, children.
Jake?
Sure.
I'll answer for you, Jake.
Sure.
No. I'm going to say during the week, yes. On the weekend, less so. All right, so here's our final. Now we got to tabulate the scores.
818 Allie probably asked that lady for a tip after she helped her.
He probably did. This woman's probably taking the same quiz now, going like, "Oh man, this woman chased me in my car. Or steal my pot holder from TJ Maxx." All right, we'll add up some scores. I think we can learn we're all pretty happy, right?
No.
Show me happiness. turns out the happiest person on the show is the one person that didn't take the quiz. Vanessa, congratulations. Vanessa, you win happiest person. You live alone, and you do a lot of stuff for yourself, and as a result, you are the happiest. So, yay, you.
How do you feel, Vanessa?
I feel pretty good about life.
That's great.
I did want to share what I do say for the first question. Can I share really fast?
Sure.
No.
Yes.
Go ahead.
This is what I tell myself when I wake up. Literally every day.
Yeah.
I'd say that too.
That was it.
Yeah. What do you say to yourself when you wake up?
Okay, I say today's going to be a good day. And then I think, did I just jinx myself? But then if I have a good day, I was like, it's because I said today's going to be a good day. So I literally wake up and I'm like, today's going to be a good day. Let's go. Boom.
And then you spend the whole day wondering whether or not it really was?
At the end of the day, I'm like, that was pretty good.
I can't believe I jinxed myself again.
Yeah, you do this every day?
Vanessa, turns out you've lost the happiness quiz. I have to recalibrate the score now.
That's nice. You're a morning affirmation type of person.
Yeah.
You should just go with that original one of gay. It seems like that's a much stronger affirmation, huh?
All right, ready to go.
When we get back, we'll get to your ADD news, and then we got another pair of tickets for you. This time you'll be seeing the Offspring at the Forum, so get ready for that. If you remember, Offspring played the Forum for K-Rock's Almost Acoustic Christmas just a few short years ago. What a vibe that was. You will get to experience that coming up in moments right here, K-Rock.
KROQ. Klein, Ellie, Show. K-Rock.
Started yet. When does the good conversation begin?
I don't know.
You don't sound so happy, Jake. The other guy is so jovial, and you're just like kind of
Yeah, he's really putting it in there. A little laundry mix-up. It's such a meet cute, right?
I try to hit on him.
Oh, let's hear.
What's something interesting about you? I'm curious to know what keeps you entertained while you do your chores.
Watching you.
Oh, that's quite the compliment. It's not every day my laundry turns into a show. So, what do you usually do for fun around here, besides catching a good laundromat moment?
I like to go down the street and catch a drink. You want to go get one?
A drink sounds nice, but, I've got this laundry waiting for me. Maybe another time.
Oh.
It's such a sad attempt. I mean, to get rejected, Jake's forced to flirt with this guy. He doesn't even want to. And then the guy shoots him down. And Jake really is excited about the drink. I feel like had he said yes, you would have done it too.
Well, yeah, but, I don't know why he would say no. He's obviously flirting with me. I'm asking him out for a drink. It's right down the road. Let's go have a drink.
The funniest part about this is going to mess up. I feel like this is going to mess up Vanessa's whole algorithm now because he used her Tinder. So it's going to be all screwed up.
What's your favorite spot for a good drink in town?
There's a dive bar right down the street.
Sounds like a laid-back place. Those hole-in-the-wall spots.
Oh, boy. He's already talking about hole-in-the-wall. You know that trick. Yeah, Jake, I think you're going to get him, dude, right to the glory hole.
Those hole-in-the-wall spots really know how to give you a good time. Maybe I'll check it out someday. Thanks for the tip.
Thanks for the tip.
He wants your tip.
Yeah, he does. Thanks for the shaft. That's what he's thinking.
You're welcome. What are you doing after you get done with laundry?
I'll probably head home and relax. Maybe catch up on some reading or watch a bit of TV. Not as exciting as a night out, but it's my quiet time. What about you?
He's really rejecting Jake in so many different ways. I have zero.
I don't even know why this is a thing. You can never pick up on the AI.
I have zero plans. This is what the guy's literally saying. I have zero plans, and I'm still going to stick with my zero plans.
If this was a person, he would have come out.
Would have come out with you to drink?
Totally, if this was a real person.
Then maybe not.
I was hoping I could come over to your house.
I appreciate the thought, but I usually keep my evenings pretty low-key.
Damn.
It's so sad.
Thanks for understanding.
Well, I'm very chill if you want to chill.
That's kind of you to say. I'm all about keeping things relaxed and enjoying the simple moments. Maybe we'll bump into each other again sometime. Keep enjoying your day.
All right, Grayson.
All right. Well,
and the gayest music starts playing.
Yeah, I know. So, text line pointing out it's funny that the show just got 10 times gayer when now he's not there. That's really unbelievable. All right, well, Jake, congratulations. So that means 0 for 4. All of us failed. We still have Postmaster Johnny's flirt, which apparently was a success, but we don't have time to get into that.
This thing is rigged.
Klein Alley Show.
Now, Johnny, in a moment, we're going to listen to your date. Before you, what was the scenario they presented you with? Because the way it works is you say, I'm interested in practicing flirting, and it says you are going to meet a person at a whatever.
A food stand in Miami or something.
Right, exactly. What was your scenario? Do you remember?
Yeah, I think I was in a restaurant too or something like that.
A restaurant
You weren't in a restaurant.
Where was I at?
You were in a mall.
I was in a mall, yeah. I was in a mall.
All right. Do you even know where you were?
I honestly forgot all this because we took so long to do this bit.
Johnny was at a food court at a mall. Does that sound right?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay.
Yes,
Johnny was
yes.
at a food court at a mall, and this was the woman that he met. Do you remember her situation at all, Allie? Do you remember she 20s, 30s?
She was 37 and she had a kid, which is a red flag.
All right. Well, I hope you told her that.
No wonder you don't remember.
Here is. Maybe that kid's name was you. Maybe you were the kid. Here is the Johnny's date. Let's take a listen together.
Whoa, dude, watch it. You good?
All right, so what she bumps into you, I guess. They always try to make it these like meet cute things where like, oh, she's turning around and all of a sudden her orange Julius or her chicken from Panda Express flies off the tray onto
When
Johnny.
in reality, it'd be, watch it, asshole.
Right, it wouldn't be, hey. And also, I love it that she immediately tries to sound young like Johnny. So this is where the AI works. She starts going with the...
Whoa, dude, watch it. You good?
Oh, I'm good.
Whoa, dude, watch where you're going. You okay? That bumped my concentration on my new app project. What's up?
Oh, what are you working on? Sounds cool.
Designing this rad weather app with a super intuitive UI.
Oh.
You know? Something that makes checking the weather as chill as a beach day. Totally stoked about it. What about you? What brings you to the mall today?
I love that the cool hip thing they come up with is a woman who's making a rad weather app. It's like, who is making these AI people?
Right. This will be great. She'll hit on some young guy at the mall food court. What do we want to make her do? Well, she's working on an app. What do you got for apps? Weather?
Weather. It's robot
Totally
weather.
stoked about it. What about you? What brings you to the mall today?
I'm out here trying to buy a new pair of shoes.
Johnny, you're great. Is this how you flirt in real life?
No, because I was like, that's such a stupid prompt on her end. I was like, how the hell do you answer something like that?
In real life, Johnny was rolling his eyes and out on this conversation.
Yeah, he would have left. All right.
Yeah.
Good luck with your app, boomer. And he would have walked away. Skateboard and left.
I'm out here trying to buy a new pair of shoes.
But this is why I think I don't know how this date ends, but I'm going to predict this ends successfully because, Johnny, we all acted like we were interested in the person we were talking to.
Mhm.
So much so that we were actually hitting on them aggressively.
He doesn't care, and that's
he
what makes
cares
them care.
nothing. He could care about anything in the world more than this conversation. You can hear it in his voice. Whatever. I don't even know. I don't even care why I'm at the mall. And I bet you she's getting all turned on.
Nice. Getting some fresh kicks to cruise around in. Are you into fashion or just comfy, stylish stuff? I love finding cool designs that catch your eye.
I could be into fashion after talking to you. You kind of inspired me.
Whoa, that's awesome to hear, dude.
God, she's so laying it on thick.
She really
I'm
is.
37, but I've still got it.
She
Whoa, dude,
really is.
that's cool.
She's really getting a little aggressive with trying to relate with Johnny.
Getting some fresh kicks.
Yeah.
Fashion's all about expressing yourself. Just like cool app designs express ideas.
Oh, way to crowbar that back
Jeez.
in.
So
Really
what's
in
your
your
style
project.
vibe? Thinking of going for something sporty or more casual and comfy?
I always keep it casual and comfy because I got nobody to impress.
Hey, staying comfy is key for sure. Sometimes it's the laid-back style that tells its own cool story. So what do you do to relax when you're not shopping or cruising
Oh
around?
my God, she has so many questions for
Yeah,
him.
this woman does.
Blabbermouth.
She is a little yappy.
Talk to a pretty woman like you, and you really put me at ease.
That's sweet of you to say. Thanks. It's nice chatting and just being real. So what's something fun you'd like to do that we might both enjoy?
What?
Unbelievable.
Now she's asking him out.
After all of that.
After zero effort and her just crowbarring in her weather app.
Yeah, he said nothing. Like, he hit on her one time. He said, yeah, you're a pretty woman like you. But this is the first time the bot is actually now
thirsty.
Putting effort in, actually.
We're definitely going to go vintage shopping, and then afterwards, we're going to go to Bar Louie and hang out. And then afterwards, we're going to go dancing in Santa Monica.
Please leave him.
Wow, that sounds like a super fun day. Vintage shopping's always a good time. Finding those unique pieces is awesome. And hanging out at Bar Louie followed by dancing, total blast. Let's make it a great time.
Oh,
my God.
You got to be kidding me.
She already put out.
Johnny got the date.
Dude.
So,
And then the music plays.
So annoying.
This is them dancing.
That's them dancing at Bar Louie. So I guess of all of us, we all had a shot at it. And we all did terrible. None of us got the date except Johnny.
559 said the biggest lie she said was, "It's nice being real."
I know. It's great.
She's not.
No, definitely not. Well,
But you slayed, Johnny.
good job. Good job, dude. That was rad.
Well, congratulations. If you made it to the end of this video, there's a 2% chance that you're still paying attention.
And please check out our other video series called Mr. Beast.
It performs very well.
Yeah. We don't like to brag about it. This is really our sweet spot, but that's what we do on the side, and I don't want to blow it, ruin it for you, but that's Mr. Beast right there.
Yeah, we're going to blow up a bunch of Cybertrucks tomorrow.
Yeah, so that's our other video, or you can just keep watching these ones. This is kind of like our giving back to the community thing. So thanks for being a part of whatever charity this is, and have a... Already this morning, we gave someone tickets to see My Chem at Dodger Stadium, and you'll have a chance to take part of KROQ's summer ticket blowout. Just a second, we're done with the ADD news. We get you into the Offspring at the Forum, so be ready to call and claim those tickets after your news.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
Investing in imaginary money always
Klein
has
Alley
risks.
Show. We'll get to your news in a moment. I hope you pay attention closely to everything we talk about, because potentially the things that Allie covers in this round of ADD News could be worth you getting $100 richer when we do some Allie Knows the News coming up. Right now. We're moving everything sooner. Let's go. It's a Monday morning. We are in recovery mode now, but fear not. We're together. And if you need us, the number is 800-520-1067. Stuff happening over the weekend you probably should have been aware of, and we're going to learn about it right now on KROQ.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
Investing in imaginary money always has its risks, and that was the case with FTX. Maybe it's been the case with you with crypto and many other forms. Tom Brady was endorsing it, so was Steph Curry and Shaquille O'Neal, and not only did it end up being a complete train wreck, it cost people millions and millions of dollars, and then everyone was looking at Shaq going, "Why did you ruin my life?" Well, now we are finally seeing some of the legal accountability being taken for this whole fiasco, and Shaquille O'Neal is the first man to pay up. He has settled the claims against him for $1.8 million. So that's what he's going to have to pay. I guess
that's like nothing for a guy like that.
I know.
Are you kidding
me? It was billion. I was like, oh, that sounds good.
And by the way,
but
Shaq,
I guess he got into this thing later than the other celebrities.
Shaq is a guy that, as you know, endorses everything. And once you get to the level where
he's like Snoop.
He is on maybe even more. For a while, it was Peyton Manning was the guy. His face was on everything. Now, Shaq, I can't think of the last place I've gone to that I did not see, like, it's Papa John's, Shaq's on the box. It's you go to a random appliance store, there's Shaq.
You go to a club in Vegas, there's like a poster of Shaq. You know, it's crazy.
He is the number one endorser. So when someone endorses everything, you also can't take them, like, they're just there for the paycheck.
Yeah, if I had used something because Shaq endorsed it and then it didn't turn out well, I wouldn't be like, Shaq.
Right. Yeah,
what are you doing? I trusted
Diesel.
you.
Come on, Diesel.
I know. It's like, it's up to you, essentially, to buy something. And then when it doesn't go your way, you get all pissed off and you want all this money. But I understand people lost a lot of money, but they were also saying that Shaq was the most responsive celebrity. He was the one that actually would sit down with the legal team on the other side and be like, how can I work this out? They were like, Tom Brady and some of the others, it's been impossible to even work with them, and they invested way more money, and they were in it from the beginning. Mm-hmm. So it seems like they're the ones that, when this does eventually settle, they're the ones that are going to have to pay a lot more because of that.
Yeah, but are they really going to pay a lot more? I mean, that's the thing.
I mean, the thing is, when you're rich, you can also kick the can down the road pretty
let the
easy.
lawyers tie this up.
Yeah.
Litigation or some fancy word.
Just say litigation.
Just say litigation.
Fancy word.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, at this point, there are thousands of stories about how people have been affected by the raids and the protests that have been taking place here in L.A. the last couple of weeks. We talked to one of the guys from L.A. Taco recently, and already one of his friends over the weekend, who was born and raised in East L.A., was detained. It's insane. Every day you see these new stories, and it's heartbreaking. But let me tell you the story of a man whose balls are suffering as a result of the protests. He was protesting. I guess the crowd at one point was moving forward, so he was grabbing some stuff out of his backpack, putting a water bottle in there, zipping it up, and getting himself together so he could move. And the police thought that he was either out of line or going to do something violent, and they shot him with a rubber bullet, and they shot him in the groin.
The injury was sustained to my groin. I have a bruised left testicle, and my right testicle was actually shattered.
Oh man!
Shattered testicle. Those rubber bullets are no joke, and this one was like 3 feet away from him.
They said that they somewhat fixed it, so it should have some function.
What a great
He
thing
probably
to
had
get.
great balls. Probably did. Good point, Klein.
But
Good point.
that's not what you want to hear from a doctor. We somewhat fixed it.
It might work, might not.
I
We don't
know. We're
It's
not
up in the
really
air
sure.
at
It's
this
not like a
point.
car.
But cosmetically, is he okay? I mean, if they said it shattered testicle does not sound like something you ever recover from.
If it's shattered, don't you have to get a complete ball replacement? They can't just like patch it up.
Yeah, you got to get one of those like you know how they
The
put like
dogs.
fake balls on
They're
dogs.
called
yeah.
nudicles.
Yeah, get some nudicles
Guy
on
needs
that guy.
we should buy him
Were
a
you
nudicle.
going to get those for your dog?
I was, yeah. I still think he needs them.
But it's still very badly damaged.
Yeah.
Oh.
They could not give me an exact time of how much I got to sit. They just told me to hit them up in 5-8 days, and then
What kind of doctor is he going?
Yeah, seriously.
Did they say hit us up?
Is this a real doctor or is this a buddy of his? Like, that's crazy.
Hey, hit us up in 5 to 8. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, these are like the ex-weed doctors.
Yeah. My buddy used to watch a lot of House, so we'll just go ahead and let him give me advice.
He
So-
said he's going to keep protesting, though. He was like, even if I have to show up in a wheelchair, I'll be there.
Man, that's sad. This guy got a.
We could crowdfund him some proper balls.
I wonder how much that would cost.
Ball though.
Well, you can roll with you can roll with one ball, and he's got a great story as to how he lost it. But wouldn't it be a great thing for a great cause for us to get behind as a show, like Ali said, that we crowdfund this guy one more nut? Maybe he doesn't have money. We get him two new ones.
One more nut.
Yeah.
One more. It is a great
That's the real
chant.
cause that we need to be behind, right?
I think we need to get behind
Let's
that
just
cause.
focus and zero in on this guy's nuts.
Yeah, let's be honest. We're not going to be able to solve the immigration problem on this show, but we could crowdfund a guy's
One
nut.
ball at a time. We will
What
make
about Klein Alley jock straps?
You've taken a good idea and you've made a bad idea now. We had a good idea going, and now
Well,
you've
we have the diapers. We
taking
could
it
go
worse.
see
Good
that.
point.
Everyone raw dogging their flights has been a thing for a little while now, and now, thanks to Rob Lowe, it could be transitioning into your workouts because Rob Lowe says that he raw dogs his workouts and he does it completely without music. He said he wants to hear the wind, he wants to hear his own feet, he wants to hear his breath as he's working out. I, as somebody who exercises regularly, would hate this. And especially if you're at the gym and you have nothing and everyone else has AirPods and they're just huffing and puffing around you. It's horrible and excruciating and it makes your workout feel a whole lot longer. But it's something that more and more people are trying out now.
I don't do this often, but on the few times I've actually gone on a hike for a workout, I will oftentimes, my AirPods are always dead. Clearly, everything in my life is at 1%. I'm
I
never
hate when
charged.
you put it in and it goes beep, beep,
Dead.
boop, boop.
But I will eavesdrop in on. I'll find good people that are having a fascinating conversation in front of me, and I'll just keep my pace so I can listen to their conversation the whole way. And I find it fascinating. It's like live reality TV happening before your very eyes.
Yeah, I mean, but then if you eavesdrop and you get boring conversations, you're
You
like,
just gotta move
"Ugh."
on. Yeah, you move on to another
Yeah,
couple.
but I'm like, why did I waste my time listening to your
Right.
conversation? And you're just not even talking about anything.
But I think that could be the future. Just eavesdropping in on other people's conversations is better than trying to pick your own,
Yeah, but people make your conversations interesting, okay? I'm listening.
Well, there's your first look of the news of the morning. We got lots to get into today. Tickets for you, I'm sure. We'll break down everything that took place over the weekend, the good, the bad, the otherwise. Got $100 cash up for grabs in moments, and interactivity can start immediately at 800-520-1067. Klein Alley Show, KROQ.
Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
All right, you ready for some more tickets? KROQ summer ticket blowout continues. Last hour was My Chem Dodger Stadium. Maybe not the biggest story about Dodger Stadium these days. I would argue that Shohei taken to the mound for the first time ever. Pitcher for the Dodgers will be good. Hopefully he's at least as good of a pitcher as his dog was, Allie. Remember this? This was only from a few months ago.
The first dog ever to throw out a first pitch. Was pretty darn impressive, actually. Shohei goes behind home plate. And here comes Decoy with the first pitch.
And it's a strike right down the middle. Little treat, little reward.
There you go. That's will Shohei be at least as good as his dog Decoy?
What did his dog do again to throw the pitch? Did he just have it in his mouth?
I think he just ran up with the ball.
Got it.
Yeah, it was, which you can't really do.
He didn't really do it.
Didn't really, but he got a treat, so there was that. And it was adorable.
I would love to see a dog actually throw it. That'd be so
It'd be incredible.
badass.
If we can make that happen, that thing could do the circuit. That's what Allie wants, to side hustle to a national anthem. So you get a dog that can actually figure out a way to launch a ball, just jerk its head to the side and throw it. There's
All
that,
I want is an animal with some damn talent.
that skateboarding bulldog that was based somewhere out here. That thing made a fortune. I think it's dead now, unfortunately, but I feel that skateboarding bulldog was able to, I feel like that dog probably made $1 million at least.
Can't you teach your dog one skill that's more valuable than just humping a Spider-Man?
My dog
pillow?
plows Spider-Man, and that thing got over 10 million views, and a net profit of about 87 cents is
How
all
many
I ever
followers
got.
does Jerry Humps have?
Oh, I stopped promoting that page. A couple hundred. I don't know. I stopped promoting it. Jerry Humps, you can find it. It's still up there, but I'm not doing it. He hasn't been humping lately. Ever since it's like weird. It's almost like once he thought I was trying to make him a sellout, he stopped humping the pillow.
Well, it's like, it's a typical Hollywood build up and tear down story.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
like he was humping that thing every day of my life, and then all of a sudden the guy goes viral. He finally has a
And he's
skill.
like, please just let me live.
He just wants to hump that pillow in peace. Caller 20 right now. Let's get you tickets to go see Offspring at the Forum. It'll be your next pair of tickets in case you need a reminder as to what that band sounds like. Here you go. We'll come back and pick up a winner, and then we'll get into everything else we have in store for you this hour on the show, including someone that has a threesome to look forward to. Wait, what? That's all happening this hour right here on KROQ. But first, remember this band? Imagine seeing that band live at the Forum, and that is exactly what will happen for Mario from Downey. Good morning, Mario.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good. You're called 20. You're going to go see The Offspring, all right?
Hell yeah. Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for starting your day with us here at KROQ, and you are a proud recipient of tickets from KROQ. Summer ticket blowout happening all day long. Another chance in less than an hour with Nicole Alvarez, and she will get you into... Hold on, what do we got next? The ladies from Haim at the Forum. You'll be going to that show. And then we got Beck coming up. And then Turnstile, Linkin Park, Blink. It's going to be a lot of tickets to give you all day long. So be ready to win. Be ready to call and claim your tickets. I can't believe it, but our very own Jake the Nerd is about to get involved in a threesome.
Not exactly a threesome.
With depression and... Jake.
And his, yeah.
What is the story here? Because the way you got us involved, at least, is you claim that you have a threesome in the horizon now.
Not a threesome. It's an ex of mine who is married to one of my other good friends who told me that she's in an open marriage.
So this is a girl that you dated. How long were you together with this girl for?
You're going to be like Diddy where you sit in the corner and watch them or something?
Oh, and say that one should be like Shaq.
I think I might be getting watched.
He's not calling it a threesome because it's the devil's threesome. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's you and another dude?
No. It's me and my ex-girlfriend, and that's it, really.
So you were with this girl for how long?
I was with her for like 2.5 years.
Okay.
And then we broke up, and then about 2.5 years after that, she married one of my good friends, and we started talking really late on Friday night. And first she told me that, did you know, my friend is bi? And I go, no. I did not know that. And he's like, yeah, and we're in an open marriage. I go, what? And then I was drunk enough that I asked, that means we could hook up, and that's what that means, yeah.
She said, yes, we could hook up.
Yeah,
well,
and,
she didn't say they will hook up.
Suggestive photo, yeah.
She sent you a suggestive photo?
Yeah, like a sexy photo, yeah.
And you don't think there's any chance of your friend joining in?
No, because the plan is for her to come. They live in Joshua Tree now. The plan is for her to come.
The plan is always for her to come.
It seems like that is the plan. That was in the marriage vows.
Yeah, that's always the plan, Jake.
But the plan is for her to come from Joshua Tree to L.A. for a show and then stay the night at my house.
Okay, but hold on a minute.
She's married, though.
In an open marriage.
To a man, though.
Yes.
And she made the point to say at the beginning of the conversation that he is bisexual.
Which I did not know that.
Right. But she led with that. Ow. It's Joshua Tree action. But if she's saying at the beginning, my husband is bisexual, by the way, we're also in an open marriage, you don't think that means that both of them would be involved?
Well, not this first time.
What do you think? She's like being used as like the gateway drug to get you into it?
The gateway vag?
Possibly, but I mean, I'm not into that at all.
Well.
But what if she said, all right, if we want to keep doing this, he's got to be there in the corner.
Jake, you better be into it.
If he wants to watch, if he got me drunk enough, he could watch.
Oh.
Jake, you got to get into it now because I loaded up this sound effect of
we
swords.
need to do more sword fighting.
You know what? I'll do it for the show.
I wouldn't have gone through the effort of putting the sound in.
Let's cross the streams, buddy.
Yeah, all right. So this is a fascinating conversation.
It is. It's crazy.
So and you guys dated for how long?
Like 2.5, 3 years.
Were you mad when your buddy kind of started getting, because I would be angry if
I wasn't mad. No, I thought it was a little weird, but whatever makes them happy. They seemed happy together, so I was happy for them.
But they met because you were dating her, correct?
Oh yeah, they definitely met because we would hang out and watch football together and stuff like that.
Were you invited to the wedding?
No, I was not. Nuh-uh.
Well, that's kind of messed up. You're the one who introduced them, and you're responsible for their union.
Sort of.
And were you guys talking about other things, or did she call you just to tell you, hey, I'm in an open marriage now?
We were initially talking about other things. We just started talking really late Friday night, early Saturday morning.
Who reached out to who first?
Well, we started just messaging on social media, and I'm like, oh, you're awake. I'm awake. Can I call you? And then...
Ooh.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Dang.
But you DM'd first?
I can't remember.
Okay.
Definitely Jake did first.
You did first.
Yeah, I feel like you're
getting into drunk dialing territory.
Yeah, but she was up, and it was fun.
This picture she sent you said it was suggestive. Explain your definition of suggestive.
It is a shot of her kind of bit over in a miniskirt.
Whoa.
Was that a drop or was that live? Is Omar playing that? Oh, that's you. Okay.
Did I just get an auga from Vanessa?
Vanessa, grab a tiny towel from that box over there if you need one. Wait a minute. She sent that, and what was the text before? Did that picture come out of left field, Jake, or did you?
It was after we talked. It was after we hung up.
So
she wrote something for the spank bank.
Oh man,
gross.
That is nasty.
So, do you think that she took that just for you, or she has some pictures that are
Interesting
just
question.
on the
know.
ready?
Don't know.
And where do you see this going? So she's coming to town to go to a show, and she's going to stay with you.
That's the plan.
Mm.
And what hog show are you seeing?
Space Hog.
Space Hog.
The hog show's in the picture.
He wants to show his hog.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, Jake's the headliner of the hog show.
And what does that sound like, Klein? Yeah.
Finally. I almost deleted it. All right, well, Jake, I can't believe that you're open to this concept of letting the husband, who's a friend of yours, I mean, that's even stranger.
Yeah, and he's going to want to get involved. I know it.
To watch.
Is he an attractive guy?
No.
Would you look at a picture of him in a miniskirt bent over? Because I'm sure that photo's
It
coming.
would be funny. Sure.
So, this TBD. When is she coming here? How long is it? Like a week from now? Or?
That's 2 weeks from last Friday.
God, if you're keeping track, just on today's show alone, here's what we have to look forward to. Talk about happy. Got this Jake Devil's threesome thing. And then we got Allie battling a child in pickleball.
Equally exciting.
And I got the 2-for-1 Jersey Mike's coming up a little bit later today.
Still all you're looking forward to.
So we got a lot of stuff to get excited about.
Say at 707 said Jake should at least ask what sex would entail in this situation.
Hey, send her that text now if you could, Jake, because I don't want to wait.
What do you mean what it would entail? It's obvious what it entails.
No, because maybe she's got a, I think that there is some, you're sometimes dumb about this stuff. You don't realize that if she's saying all the stuff she's saying in the order she said it, oh, by the way, did you know your buddy's bi? By the way, we have an open marriage. She's like,
they're having sex with guys together.
Yeah, she's setting you up for something, dude.
Great.
Did you not hear this? Did you not hear this sound?
That's hilarious.
Did you hear this, Jake?
I'm sure she's getting all riled up just hearing this.
All right, shish kebab season. Get ready. We got to take a break. We'll be right back, and when we return, Collab or Fauxlab, a chance for you to win your very own tiny towel. Based on that conversation, everyone needs one. We got them. A whole new box just arrived today. If you would like to earn your very own Klein Alley Show tiny towel, technically it's a Vanessa tiny towel, not a low towel. Call now. We'll play a Collab or Fauxlab next. The greatest collab between our show and towels has taken place. You'll win yours after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, KROQ. No down payment, no monthly fees, just questionable decisions and a whole lot of wristbands on a KROQ summer ticket blowout. Listen every hour from 9 to 6 to win your way into the hottest KROQ shows, including My Chemical Romance at Dodger Stadium July 27th. Linkin Park at Intuit Dome September 13th.
Let you cut me open just to watch me bend. This is what you asked for. Heavy is the crowd.
The Offspring at Kia Forum August 29th.
With 1,000 lies and a good day's grace, I got a bad headache.
Incubus at the Intuit Dome October 4th. Blink-182 at Acrisure Arena October 5th. And more. A different show every hour on a KROQ summer ticket blowout. Courtesy of Live Nation.
Win tickets all this week on the world famous KROQ.
Just hearing the word.
Show on a Friday morning. If you've never joined us for Johnny Doesn't Know, it's a great opportunity to learn about the future of the world. And Johnny is, when he's not, sneaking stuff into movie theaters, new video up. By the way, Johnny, good job. He's doing well.
Oh, thank you.
Very impressive. He likes to go out a lot, but he doesn't like to drink a lot. And I think that's part of this new generation that just doesn't drink so much. Drinking was a huge part of my 20s.
But it's also an expensive part of our 20s.
It didn't used to be so expensive because it felt like there was cheaper ways to get drunk, even if that meant taking a tampon full of vodka.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Well, I used to buy bottom shelf Taka vodka and then mix it with Carlo Rossi wine.
Yeah.
And that was really disgusting and made me throw up a lot, but it got me pretty wasted.
But the Borgs, this is the generation that invented the Borgs, and the Borgs was a great place to get drunk and walk around with your own jug of booze. But for some reason, Johnny claims he and his friends getting drunk is not a part of their every Saturday night. I couldn't think of any weekend in my 20s that didn't involve going out and getting
wasted.
Absolutely hammered. either
And
Saturday,
it was,
Sunday, or
let
both
me get
days.
as wasted as I possibly can.
Right, until you either throw up on yourself or you pass out in someone's bathtub.
Yeah, like it's weird. Like if any of us in my house were to go out and buy alcohol and put it in the fridge, we'd be like, "The hell you have a beer for? Like, what's wrong with you? Like,
Really?
why?
Now,
I'm
the
dead
que-
ass.
That's not cool, man.
Now,
Why are you
people-
getting
now the
beer?
question is, do you just hang out with a bunch of losers, or is that the new generation?
No, we're actually no. Like we literally none of my friends. Nobody goes out of the way to go drink or buy alcohol.
When
or
you
anything
see
like that.
Jake, who's always drinking his beer, he brings his beers in for the podcast days. And he's
Jake's got problems.
Right, okay.
Jake's got problems.
Yeah, but I also see, I remember it was like New Year's Eve or something. I saw a group of guys walking down the street. They had just left a liquor store and they were doing that traditional, like carrying a pack of beer. And it was Athletic Brewing Company, that non-alcoholic beer. I was like, whoa, they all went out. They were like, let's go get some beers.
They must have
and
made a
like
mistake.
walking with non-alcoholic
Yeah, I
beer.
think that's like the fastest growing beer brand, I think, in the world right now
Yeah.
is the non-alcoholic beer. And I guess you could argue fastest growing because it's got to grow from nothing. But I remember if you were ever at a place and someone was sipping an O'Doul's, you're like, all right, well, I'm going to avoid that loser tonight. But people got problems, I get it. So Johnny got drunk this weekend. And how did you get drunk for the first time?
Well, we went to go see an outdoor movie at Hollywood Forever Cemetery, and some girl brought natural wine for her birthday because, you know, these pretty girls just love drinking natty wine all the time. At
No,
the
that's definitely not natty. They don't call it natty wine. But
no,
yes.
it's called natty wine.
Right. That that orange organic wine?
It looked like Kool-Aid. I thought somebody brought some Kool-Aid or some like orange flavored Gatorade, and I was just like, wow, there's no water here.
So you drank it on an accident or you knew it was alcohol?
I knew it was alcohol, but I was thirsty and I didn't bring water, so I was like, let me just take a couple sips. And it actually turned out to be pretty smooth and pretty good.
Uh-huh.
And you drank a little more.
Well, yeah, apparently wine's not supposed to be smooth. It's supposed to be like fizzy or bubbly or whatever.
No.
Oh,
false.
wow.
No, really?
No, that's not right. But then you drank and then you got drunk.
Well, I drank a lot of it,
Yeah.
and then the next morning I woke up and like I couldn't focus on anything. My head was like spinning, and I felt like I was gonna like topple over any moment. And I was just like, "Whoa, I think I'm drunk."
So that's your
hungover.
first hangover.
Hangover.
Wow.
Hanger.
So also
Hanger.
wrong. So anyway,
Hangover.
we'll find out
I
if
got a hanger.
Johnny knows anything about booze, specifically about being drunk or drunk things, and all you got to do is predict will he or will he not. It's time for Johnny Doesn't Know Drunk.
Johnny doesn't know.
And I was like, okay.
Oh, Johnny doesn't know.
I didn't know Vegas was like in Nevada for like a while.
Johnny doesn't know. Johnny doesn't know.
Gelato sounds like Jello.
Johnny doesn't know.
It like goes wiggles.
All right, everyone on the phone now at 800-520-1067. We'll have an opportunity up for grabs. We got some tickets for you. 2-day passes, belly laughs, comedy, food festival. I'm sure there'll be tons of drinking there, including some of that natty wine that Johnny talks about. LA Live happening July 12th and 13th, featuring so many great comedians. Which one are you most excited about, Vanessa? Which comedian?
1 second, answering phones. I'm more excited to see. I'm just gonna go with Margaret Show.
Because it's the easiest
Right.
to say.
Exactly.
Let's say hi to Mario in Riverside. Mario, welcome to Johnny Doesn't Know Drunk. You ready to go?
What's up? We're not saying on this.
All right,
Yeah, Johnny
representing-
doesn't know about a hang around. We're good. Let's do it.
All right, first question for Johnny Doesn't Know. Johnny,
We know nothing about a hang around.
you think Johnny will know what DUI stands for? Will Johnny know what DUI stands for? Yes or no, Mario?
Oh, you know what? Johnny usually doesn't know, but I'm going to say yes on this one. I got a little bit of confidence. Yeah.
All right, he was ready to lock in on no, but he thinks you will know this, Johnny. Now that you're a drinker, you may have to worry about this. What does DUI stand for? Johnny, he says you will know.
Driving under the influence.
Oh, Johnny got it. Quickly, too. Hold on 1 second, Mario. I'm surprised. They get harder. Let's say hi to Robert, Ontario. Mario guessed correctly, and we say hi to Robert now. It's Johnny Doesn't Know. Johnny, if someone had another net banger, represent. Thank you for checking out the show and checking us out on YouTube as well. There's a whole different chat happening there. Johnny, if someone drinks 4 or more drinks at one social event, they're known as this type of drinker. Will Johnny know this, yes or no? Robert?
No.
Johnny, if someone drinks 4 or more drinks at any one event, they are known as this type of drinker.
A binge drinker.
Wow, Johnny.
He's
Johnny.
drinking a lot, right?
Yeah, Johnny I didn't even know you know that. Robert, congratulations. I'm sorry, he said he wouldn't know, and Johnny did know. Johnny's gotten 2 right.
Bro.
Turns out alcohol's making Johnny smarter.
I know. Maybe you do need to drink more and smoke more weed. Maybe it'll turn you into a genius.
All my uncles were drinkers. I think they were alcoholics, kind of.
Oh, I'm glad you bring that up because your next question, maybe you'll have the answer for this, Johnny.
Okay,
but according to alcoholism, there are 4 C's. The 4 C's of alcoholism. I know you're not going to get all 4 of them, but can Johnny name 2 of the 4 C's of alcoholism?
Wow.
Think about that for a second, and we say hi to Robbie and El Segundo. Robbie, will Johnny know this, yes or no?
I don't even know that. No, he's not going to know that.
All right. I mean, I didn't know it, but I feel like I could have guessed 2 of them easily. The 4 C's of alcoholism, Johnny, all we need is 2 from you. Any guesses?
Cocaine's not one of them, right?
Oh, wow.
Great.
Jack and Coke together.
All right. You got cocaine, Jack and Coke. Any other guesses? There are 4 of them.
4 other C's?
Total, the 4 C's of alcoholism.
But there's 2 important ones.
They're all important if you're an alcoholic, I guess.
Huh.
But do you know, can you name 2 of the 4 C's? Robbie says you will not know.
He's stroking his peach fuzz to think about.
I'm growing it out a little bit. Anyways, no, I can't really. I don't know any other C's.
You couldn't think of 4 C's?
Bourbon?
Can you think of 4 C words at
Excuse me, bourbon is one of your guesses?
It sounds like a hidden C is somewhere in there. Like a little French beer. C'est bourbon.
C'est bourbon.
All right. Compulsion. Control.
Conviction.
No. Craving.
Constipation.
Consequences.
Damn it, I was so close.
Those are the 4 C's.
Oh, I was going to say cirrhosis.
Cirrhosis, not also right. That is, unfortunately, he got none of those right.
Damn.
And if you're dealing with alcohol and that's a struggle for you, remember those 4 C's. Apparently, they're very important. All right, we move on to Maribel in Fontana, who would like a shot at Johnny Doesn't Know drunk. Johnny, you think you're going to be a regular drinker now?
Oh, not
Sweet dip. Sweet dip.
Not at all. Not at all.
All right, Johnny.
Alcohol tastes terrible. Tastes like a piece of chocolate put in a cup of water when you drink it.
Well, when you first drink it, it tastes bad, and then you start liking it. You convince yourself. It's great.
Johnny, finish this very popular yet unfunny alcohol slogan that you would see on many T-shirts. 1 tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila. What? Will Johnny be able to finish this successfully, Maribel?
Oh, I'm going to say no because I don't think I know this either.
All right, Johnny. 1 tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila. What?
4. 4 comes after 3. 1 tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila, 4. 5 tequila, 6 tequila, 7 tequila, more.
Okay.
I like that you finished it completely. You went to 8.
I used the melody, right?
The answer we're looking for, which is apparently one of the most purchased and least funny. Wants to remind Omar that as of right now, this exact moment, that song has 1,561,554,113,000 views on YouTube.
Okay.
Well, there you go. It's a growing number, and for some reason, whenever we do play it, it seems to be quite a lot. People like to update Omar on the current video view. It's
important.
We get into it now. These days, you ain't nothing unless you're collaborating. That's why we decided to collaborate with Vanessa's face onto a tiny towel. And now you can own that tiny towel if you are the winner in this round of Collab or Fauxlab.
Collaboration! Which one's real? Which one's fake? Who is going to collaborate? Which one's real? Which one's fiction? Time to play collaboration!
We will present to you 4 collaborations. 3 of them are actually happening, although they do sound ridiculous. They are real. One of them we have made up, and you just got to figure out which one is a completely made up faux-laboration as opposed to the ones that are actually very real but sound made up. If you're able to figure out which one is the faux-laboration, you win. And good luck playing along. The good news is that most of these things that are real, you'll be like, whoa, I didn't know that was such a thing. I'm excited now.
I feel like there's so many that get announced every day that it's impossible to keep up with.
Everyone's just going, yeah, you got a cool thing, we got a cool thing. They're not anywhere near each other, but you know what? Everyone wants Dorito-flavored lipstick, so let's do it. Great.
Wait, they're making that?
They should be. If they're not, let's say hi to Jasmine. Good morning and welcome to KROQ. A chance for you to win yourself a tiny towel, which must be used for PG purposes only. You understand?
Yes, tiny towel.
All right,
yes.
Here we go. Going to hear from all of us, and you just got to figure out which one is made up. We go with a possible collab number 1. We kick things off with Jake the Nerd. Go ahead, Jake the Nerd.
All right, the biggest anime show in the world, One Piece, is teaming up with the Los Angeles Dodgers to bring you a new digital game where the main character from the show, Monkey D. Luffy, is the pitcher.
I don't know one thing Jake said, except Dodgers.
Monkey D. Luffy.
Monkey D. Luffy.
That's what he's doing with that girl later.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Get the sword effect. Wait, Jake, this is a collab between an anime and the Dodgers, you're claiming.
Yes, the show's One Piece. The main character is named Monkey D. Luffy, and with the Dodgers.
Okay.
I still don't know what it is.
It's a video game.
I'm going to say that.
Sounds exciting.
Is it a bobblehead?
It's a game.
Oh.
Where Monkey D. Luffy is the pitcher.
I got it. And the anime is called the Dodgers. Right?
The anime is called One Piece, and the main character is called Monkey D. Luffy.
All right. You want to just lock it on that one as the made up, or you want to just hear the other ones as well?
No, I know One Piece is a real anime.
All right. Allie, why don't you give her possible collab number 2?
All right. As you know, there is a bit of a rollback on Pride merch this year. A lot of companies are choosing not to release anything Pride related, but there is one company who wants to keep the tradition. It's a company called Big Heart Tea. They're known for their high-quality organic herbal teas, and they're coming out with their own line of LGBTs.
Oh, gay tea?
Isn't
all tea a little gay?
Different flavors. All tea is a little bit gay, but you can get products like their Prideful Peppermint, their Oolong, their Guy on Guy Chai, or the Earl Gay tea.
Earl Gay?
Yeah, 4 different kinds that you can purchase this month for Pride Month.
All right. Let's get that Boston Tea Party going. Throw that all in the river.
I mean,
All right.
if they were that obsessed with tea, gay, right?
That is a possible real thing or something that we made up. I'll give you mine. 5 Hour Energy has decided to add a little bit of spice. And, I'm not happy with 5 Hour Energy because they have that misleading purple bottle that looks like it's for sleep, but it's actually not, and I took it accidentally.
It's called 5 Hour Energy.
Yeah, but it was sold near Sleep Aid products, and it's purple, and everyone knows purple's the color of sleep. Anyway, 5 Hour Energy has teamed up with Taco John's for an energizing hot sauce. Now, this apparently is if you love spicy things but also need a little kick to your day, you can fuel fire with a sweet burst of spicy mango flavor and 230 milligrams of caffeine. The fiery burst of energy isn't just a drink, it's a dare. Can you handle the heat?
Ooh.
It is 5 Hour Energy Spicy, a collab
That sounds delicious.
with 5 Hour Energy and Taco John's. That's the one I bring to you, and Omar will wrap things up with possible collab number 4.
Cheez-It and Wendy's, they're going to get together and they're going to create the Baconator Cracker. It's going to celebrate one of the chain's signature sandwiches and one of the most iconic fast food burgers. If you guys don't know what the Baconator is, it's 2 quarter-pound patties piled high with 6 slices of crispy Applewood smoked bacon, cheese, ketchup, and mayo. And now you can get that all crunchy and cheesy in a 1-inch cracker.
So it's a Baconator flavored Cheez-It?
Yep.
Yes.
How are they
exactly.
going to fit 6 strips of bacon into 1 cracker?
I am not sure. And then cheese and ketchup and mayo. Oh.
Well, all right. Well, there you have it.
I think it's just 'cause it tastes like a meaty mess.
Shockingly, 3 of these are actually real. One of them is made up.
Cheez-It's becoming Oreo. Can you just let a Cheez-It be a Cheez-It?
They don't want it anymore. They want to expand.
Just
Those
chill.
white cheddar ones are bomb.
You've heard 4 ridiculous concepts. 3 are real. 1 is made up. Which one would you like to go ahead and lock in as the Fauxlab, the fake collaboration?
Oh my God, they all sound real.
I thought they all sounded fake, to be honest.
Monkey D. Luffy.
So you want to go with the collab between 5 Hour Energy and Taco John's, a spicy 5 Hour Energy that's a hot sauce, also energy? Do you want to go with the Allie's Gay Tea with Oolong and Earl Gay? Do you want to go with Jake the Nerd's Monkey Luffy, whatever the hell he was saying? Or Omar's Cheez-It Cracker Baconator flavor, the collab between Wendy's and Cheez-Its? Which one is the made-up collab?
Oh, I'm going between the tea and the 5 Hour Energy. That's tough.
You have a tiny towel up for grabs now. Only if you win. If not, we'll give that to someone just for listening.
There's a tiny towel on the line.
You can win your very own Vanessa tiny towel. Can't buy them in stores. Only way to win them is right here on KROQ. Need an answer.
I'm going to go with the T.
Is made up. Okay, well, let's go ahead and clean up the deck here. Jake, is your thing real or fake? Monkey to Luffy.
One Piece with the Dodgers is real.
All right, Jake's is a real collab.
Finally,
so
we can
good
stop
job.
talking about it.
Omar, she didn't pick you. Is the cracker collab between Wendy's and Cheez-Its real?
It's real and sounds awful.
I don't know why we haven't gotten those. I want to get them. All I want to do is buy them right now. Are they available anywhere, everywhere?
Yeah, starting today, I think, yeah.
Man, I'm getting those.
Ugh.
Throw
Well, you
that.
should try them for a high voltage food review.
I'll try them with no voltage for fun. So it's down to just Allie and I. Which one is made up? Is it the 5 Hour Energy taco sauce or is it Allie's?
sauce.
Whatever I said. These summer hours, man, are really taking a toll.
Fading.
She locked in and she said Allie's was made up. Which one is the Fauxlaboration?
The LGBTs are not a thing.
Hey, you played it
You
beautifully.
did a good job.
Good job.
My other one was ribbed rooibos.
Yeah, you get your very own tiny towel. And how will you use the tiny towel that you've just won on KROQ?
Oh, for PG things.
PG things. That's right. Penis and groin.
Sounds
We all
Earl
know.
Gay.
It does sound a bit Earl Gay to me. Hold on one second. Thank you for listening to the show. We just got a brand new shipment of these tiny towels. So we will not quit until everyone has the tiniest towel available all summer long as we celebrate bonus time, summer hours, Klein Alley Show, strange voices, new hours. Yay, it's KROQ. we'll do some takeaways from today's show, and then we got more of those tickets to give you. Actually, Nicole will give them to you in less than 20 minutes, 11 a.m. and every single hour. Get yourself tickets as part of KROQ's Summer Ticket Blowout. We can't take them with us into fall. We must give them to you this summer for all sorts of shows that are coming up. Think of your favorite bands, your favorite venues, and trust me when I say we get you into them. If it's Incubus at Intuit Dome, or perhaps it's 21 Pilots at the BMO Stadium, we got you. Whatever it is, we got you covered. So just keep listening and keep winning, and we'll have them for you all day long. All right, takeaways from today's show. We'll do that, and then reminder that Jake is going to get into a sword fight with another man, and Allie's going to battle a child in pickleball, and then a bunch of other stuff that happened on today's show that we have to not forget about.
Yeah, we got a lot done.
Hopefully we took a lot of notes on this Summer Monday, and thanks for hanging out with us for these summer hours. If you don't know who we are, you can find us on socials, Klein Alley Show. Our goal was to hit 50K by Independence Day.
Help us.
We're only about 2,000 followers away from making that happen. If you could, it'd mean a lot to us. More importantly, I think we win a bet with the company, and they have to buy us lunch or something. So if you could, please, Klein Alley Show, Instagram, give us a follow. Thank you.
Even a cheap lunch we'd love.
Oh, we'll take that.
All right. 310, my takeaway is I can't wait to win a tiny towel and bring it to the next NetBangers meetup at the end of next week. They are very dedicated. 510, my takeaway is O'Doyle rules. 562, my takeaway is 21 splurge salute for the Sperminator.
Hey, R.I.P., brother. You had a good run.
650, my takeaway is if Nancy Grace didn't say it, it didn't happen.
Yep.
626, Jake will be doing a monkey de Luffy at Joshua Tree at some point this summer.
Sure will be.
323, just say litigation.
That's all you got to do. You sound important. Any conversation you're in, just say the word litigation. People go, well, that person's got something going on.
That's true. 2 and 3, my takeaway is one more nut. One more nut. And 909 Alley has the ick factor.
So there you go. Lots of stuff from today's show. If you don't know what we're talking about, you should check out the complete show. Or if you get your podcast, search Klein Alley Show. Download, subscribe, comment. It all helps. Appreciate you. Or you don't like us, you can give us bad reviews. We'll take those as well. What is your takeaway from today's show, Jake the Sword Fighter?
Allie only smokes itty-bitty ciggies.
Itty-bitty ciggies when she's with her mom talking about itty-bitty Diddy. You better believe. What a conversation. If you missed it, you got to hear the throat goat breaking down the Diddy trial. That's in the podcast. Al, your takeaway?
My takeaway is it's shish kebab season.
Oh, you better believe it.
Get ready.
Omar, you got a takeaway from today's show?
Yeah, my takeaway was itty bitty ditty Tootsie Roll.
All right, well, there you have it.
Tootsie Roll.
If you don't know what we're talking about, there's more show. Believe it or not, stick around for, I don't know what you get next. Can anyone answer this question? I've had it for 3 weeks now. No one's giving me the answer.
No.
We're not doing it. Okay, stick around for an undisclosed amount of time of KROQ with the Collab after
That's
this.
catchy.
That they feel that that you know they feel that
Klein Alley Show. KROQ, the world famous KROQ.